Stephen Fulton Jr.
The Ennis Express is a runaway train.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is the skill, the highly regarded Devin the Dream Cage.
God damn, bro, man. We in the building, man. Let me make sure I get this shit together, man. I didn't even expect to go live tonight. I wasn't going live, but we gonna do what we do, man, over here. And man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta start off the right way. You feel me? So shout out, man. First things first. First things first as always. Shout out to the queen in the building, man. Shout out to girl behind the mic. Man, girl behind the mic, you just don't know how much it means to me, the love you've shown to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is, and you've always been over here. Much love to you, queen. Much love to you. It means a lot to me, bro. It means a ton to me, queen, that you show me love, you show. We dropping the link real quick, man. Shout out to the brother, man. My brother NO Boxing, you feel me? He said, hey, I'll be over here at the Reggie show. Shout out to Reg, man. Reg, definitely throwing one over here. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. The link, I'm going to go ahead and pin the link. You feel me? Man, shout out to my brother Ben Israel in the building. Know he coming through in a second. Shout out to the let me make sure I'm clipping these motherfuckers. First person first. Once again, girl behind the mic. Much love, queen. Much love to you. You know what I'm saying? When we do this tonight, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Don't come over with the bullshit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Don't come bullshitting. If you coming through, man, just keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, and yeah, you always welcome to rock over here on the right side, man. Shout out to my brother Ben Israel in the building. Shout out to Ben Israel, man. Goddamn, said, hey, now the right side, you better bring the energy, bro. Shit, bro, I was about to go to motherfucking sleep. I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't drop the link. Do y'all see the link? Make sure y'all tell me y'all see the link. Goddamn. I was about to go to sleep. I ain't gonna hold you. I was about to tear it down for the night. But man, I love this boxing talk. I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I love this boxing talk. And y'all was doing a good job tonight, man. Shout out to AJ in the building. My brother AJ64 always coming through showing love, man. And me and my brother, hey, we be on multiple channels together. Shout out to you, AJ. My brother Reggie, you fucked me up, man. Reggie, respectfully, of course. We had it over, bro. I'm dropping the link. I appreciate it, Reggie. Damn, I wasn't expecting to be live, but hey, it is what it is. Man, we got my brother Ben Israel in the building, man. We're going to kick it off with Ben, man. Ben Israel, shout out to my brother. What's up, bro?
Shalom, dog. What it do, my G?
Shalom, my brother. What it do, man? Appreciate you coming through. Always showing love. Man, do your thing. What we got tonight, man? What we got, man? It was some smoke over there on Reggie channel. It was some smoke over there. I hope that the brothers come through. It seemed like we got Donnie Parker. Hold on. All right, there we go. We can add him to the stream. We got my brother.
Lock me in your shit, though, man.
Nah, you damn right. We got my brother Donnie. We got him in the building. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there from the beginning, as always. We're going to keep it respectful. But, hey,
okay.
We definitely,
okay.
I ain't going to, unless you, now I will tell you, Ben will, he will attest to this. If you get disrespectful, I will mute you. I will do that. But this ain't a channel that we mute people. We want people to get they points off. Man, it is what it is over here. You feel me? Shout out to the great brother, man, real quick. And we're going to get to the smoke real quick, man. Once again, shout out to my brother, NO Boxing, man. He said, you and Ben better stay stubbing a mud hole in these Bud fans' foreheads. God damn. Hey.
Man, see, here we go. There you go. Already.
Wait a minute. We're gonna get through the chats. We're gonna get through the chats. Then we're gonna let it cook. We're gonna let y'all cook, right? And we gotta hear from the people. We gotta hear from the people always. We always gotta hear from the people. And so, man, my brother Real Rap in the building talking about, yo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Joey Chaz in the building. PBC got 70 million a fighter for Canelo. Make it make sense. We gotta. I want to hear.
But they didn't want to give Bud no money.
We gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that, my brother.
Punk bitches.
We gonna get through here, and then I'm gonna let you cook. Ben Israel, much love to you. We gonna let my brother Donnie Porter cook. This is his first time on the show, I believe. Donnie Porter cook.
Yeah, it's my first time.
It's his first time over here, so we gotta show the brother love. And we always gonna show you love over here, brother. Real quick, man. My brother KG, he put a fire emoji in the chat. You feel me? Topic talk about Crawford suspect resume and so far. Hey, brother, real quick, mute yourself. Cause you got a little background going real quick. But mute yourself right now, and then I'm gonna mute you, and then I'll bring you back on in a second, respectfully, nothing personal. Then we got my brother Real Quick, Real Rap. Just sub to Dub. Appreciate you, Real Rap, man. Much love to you. Always welcome up here. Reggie, he said we live. yeah, we live now, nigga, because of you. Respectfully, of course. Bring your ass if you want to. But got much love for my brother Reggie, man. Shout out to Reggie Owens in the building. Man, look. We gonna just go live, man. We gonna keep the smoke going. Ben, he live. Donnie, we coming to you first. We're gonna let you get your bars off, and then Ben, we coming to you after Donnie get his bars off. Respectfully, of course. Go ahead, Donnie. Oh shit! I removed you on accident. My apologies, brother. My apologies. Go ahead.
I'm good, my nigga. I'm just saying. Look, I think if two sides come to the table, man, I think it should be them, whoever got these belts, because them is the ones that's getting in the ring, not knowing if they're gonna come out. You know, I mean, fucked up or not. So they should be able to decide. Cause right now, Al Haymon, he got a leash on. You know, I'm sure all y'all done had a pit bull or a dog. Some of y'all got them little Yorkies and shit like that. You know, it's hard to train them, but you got them little dogs that want to get off of that leash and want to go.
So right now,
how do you feel about how do you feel about?
Hold on, let
Spence and Thurman.
I said this before. I like the fight. I like Spence and Thurman. I like that fight.
Why?
But I don't like
Why?
it. Hold on, listen.
Hey, right side,
brother,
you gotta let me him and go at it, and then you just.
Hold on. He asked the question.
Why you want
to ask the question?
Hey, Ben, why you want to go at me, Ben? Ben, why you want to go at me, my nigga?
Handicap match.
The reason
when I come in, it's going.
Hold on, and Ben, the reason Ben coming at you is because Ben know how I am. Hey, Ben know I'm gonna answer the question. Ben got smoke for you, bro. I ain't gonna hold it. And Donnie, I'm gonna ask you: Are you? Is it free smoke with you and Ben right now? Is it free smoke?
No, man. Me and Donnie talking boxing. We ain't talking.
There we go. Smoke. And that's what I need to hear. That's what I need to hear. So I'm gonna answer Donnie's question, and then Ben, I want to come to you. The reason, me personally, I'm not mad at the Keith Thurman fight. I'm mad at the weight class. It is, and I'm still. I don't know that it's happening at 54. That's what people are reporting. I don't know that to be a fact. But if it is happening at 54, I'm not a fan of it. I think Errol Spence need to defend his. This nigga ran, respectfully. He ran. Ben, go ahead, brother. The nigga ran, man. My bad. I started talking to him. I clearly started talking. The nigga ran, bro. My bad, bro.
Hey, Donnie coming back. Well, at least I hope he come back. And to all you Bud Crawford fans, sit up here making these outrage. I just far-fetched. These motherfuckers reaching from Mercury. They coming from Saturn with these motherfucking excuses, bro. It's just unbelievable. The next story come out tomorrow about Bud Crawford might be a bitch done walked on Neptune or some damn well. It's just crazy, these dudes' stories they making up.
Real quick, shout out to my brother Donnie. He didn't run. I don't know
No,
what happened.
hold on. I'm right back. Hold on. I'm
So
right back.
I want him to go first.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Listen, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear your question you had asked me, and none of that. I heard you, but I didn't hear you.
My question was, Donnie, was how can when previously, or even now, we'll go now. How can we sit here and say, and I've heard individuals say, I don't know if you said, let me ask this first, Donnie, is EJ ducking Bud Crawford in your opinion? Is EJ ducking?
In my opinion, I can't necessarily say EJ is ducking. I'd say his team is.
Okay, that's cool.
Not necessarily EJ. Not necessarily say his team. Because I'm a rapper. Listen, let me ask you. Let me finish. I'm a rapper, and that's a one-on-one sport.
You got smoke, and I'm trying to be quick. I want y'all. Y'all got more shit to talk about than we got to talk about. Respectfully, I'm just hosting.
I know Ben coming for me.
You know it. You know he is, and so I'm just hosting. And I got a couple questions. I want to get my few questions off, and then I want y'all to cook. You feel me?
All right, let me hear it. Let me hear it.
So, you said you think EJ is ducking, correct?
No, I didn't say that. I said EJ. I don't think EJ is necessarily ducking. I think it's his team.
His team. Do you think Bud is ducking?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay.
And I have a reason why I say not at all.
No.
I have a reason. And it's very valid.
Bud team ducking?
Real
Do you
quick.
think Bud team ducking?
Hold on, y'all can get into that. Y'all can get into that. I got one last question. Just one last one. One last one. If the fight between Errol Spence and Bud Crawford does not happen, who do you blame at this current moment in time? Respectfully. Donnie Parker. Respectfully. Who do you blame?
Don't make like you got cricket now, nigga. Talk your shit.
He might be on mute. He might have muted himself on that.
Take him off mute. Get his ass off mute.
Well, it don't say he on mute over here. It don't say he on mute. I'm saying he got a good mic. Maybe he got a mic. Mute. I don't know. Okay, he left again. Ben Israel, man, let me ask you I'm gonna ask you the same question I just asked this brother right here. I want to hear your response into. He back. Donnie.
Hear me?
I'm gonna ask the question.
I heard the question. Your question was, I said no. I think it's Spence team.
No. My question was, do you think in your personal? This is my final question. Do you think that EJ versus Bud happens? And if you don't think that fight happens, who do you put the blame on? That was my final question.
Spence's team, because Bud is his own.
Wait. Does the fight happen first? Does the fight happen first?
I'm answering the question.
But you didn't answer if the fight happened first. You didn't answer that piece of it.
Right.
You said what?
Right, Dub. Now you
the first part of the question was.
Let him answer the way he can.
Okay, my bad.
I'm ready to turn my flames up, man.
Put the fire on it. Put the smoke on it. Bud is his own boss. So by you running this little show right now, we got to coincide with what you're talking about, right? Bud is his own boss. What is Spence gonna do?
Is that your answer? Is that your answer to the question? Was that your answer to my question?
Bud is his own boss.
So I'm gonna ask the question one more time.
So I'm gonna ask it one more. No,
Donnie Parker.
I'm answering your question.
No, you're not. You didn't even come close to answering the question. I'm gonna ask it. That's why
you asked me, would it be Bud? Would it be whose fault would it be? That's what you asked me.
No. The first question that I had, it was a two-part question. I said, do you think the fight between Bud and EJ happens? And then the second part, if it doesn't happen, who do you blame for it? That was so we can be clear on the question. Go ahead, my brother. My apologies.
Do I think it's gonna happen in 2023? No. The reason why I don't think it's gonna happen in 2023 is because of Spencer's team. His management is not gonna allow him to speak up to say what he really want to do. They gonna dictate what he does and who he fights. He called out Bud after the Ugas fight. Called him out. It's January. That was back in April. How many months later is this? Still ain't happened. Bud went in negotiations. Shit, y'all ain't talking.
All right, not mad at, and I didn't cut you off, brother. I don't know what you got going on, but it seems like you keep getting cut off. Ben Israel, respond to what the brother just said appropriately, of course.
To the two-part question you asked, the first part of the question, do I think the fight will come to fruition? After a lot of people look at Ben, they be saying Ben crazy. But I tell you right side, I know how to do business with people. And if you fuck off business the first time on $1 million scale, it's hard to do business the second time. So
the second time,
because he done fucked off the first time. So do I think the fight come to fruition? I just can't answer that question, right side. I just can't.
Hey, Ben, for real, Ben, to say that, I really agree with that.
Hold on, brother. We gonna let you cook.
I'm just telling him I agree with you.
Everybody can't cook at the same time. We can't all cook at the same time, respectfully. We can't do that.
Go ahead,
Ben.
Go ahead, keep that grill smoking, Ben. Go ahead, keep that grill smoking, Ben.
Let Ben cook, and then we coming back to you, brother. We coming right back to you, respectfully, of course. Go ahead, Ben.
Shout out the right side, respectfully. That's what I'm, AKA respectfully. Hey, right, you always come with the respectfully.
I try to be respectful to everybody. I do. I really do.
But right side, I
like that.
Answer that question though, right side. You know what I'm saying? If it gonna happen a second time. Cause I know how I feel in my heart about doing some shit like this. If I was in EJ shoes, I'd spin the block on this bitch ass. But I ain't finna be I ain't finna be here talking about no 60-40. I ain't even finna negotiate with him the second time around. You either finna take one, I'm finna offer you. It's no fight. So I can't say I'm right or how I feel. So that's why I say if it's gonna happen. After that. That's my deep feelings though, right side. Because after what Bud showed me, he was talking about, oh, when I see you, it's on site, nigga. Oh, I don't give a fuck. I done signed all the little terms and agreements. What's up with the contract? Then next thing you know, David Abination. But anyway, the thing is, the second part question, if the fight don't happen, who do you blame? I blame Bud Crawford. If you got a work history, Dion, and what's your name, Dion? Leon, what's your name, my dude?
Donnie, no, it's Donnie.
Oh, now, see, now we're getting into disrespectful type shit. Just call me DP, my nigga.
No, we're not trying to be disrespectful. Wait a minute.
No, that was that nigga. He called me some Leon, Dion, and all that.
Hold on, real quick, Ben, real quick. And if I felt like he was disrespecting you, I'm gonna correct the brother, like I did, and said, no, the brother's name is Donnie. It is what it is. I don't think he was trying to disrespect you. I don't think it was nothing like that. Let's just keep it. Hey, move forward. I will say, I'm muting you respectfully to you. I'm muting you because you got background noise. And so, after Ben get done cooking, I'm bringing you back in, brother. I'm not even gonna get in on this. I'm gonna bring you right back in after Ben get cooking. Or get done cooking. All right, it is what it is. Go ahead, Ben.
Shout out to my boy. I want to get his name right. And, it's Donnie.
Donnie. His name is Donnie. Donnie Parker.
Thank you. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling person, the second part of your question, if the fight don't come to fruition, who do you blame? and I blame Bud Crawford. The reason why when I listened to Donnie and Donnie said it's Spence team problem. It's Spence team problem. At no account he giving Bud Crawford accountability for his neglect. He's fucked up. Because if you look at a person's work history, and this is what I tell you, right, side, you got to look at a person's work history. If a person don't like showing up for work, then you give them a job. Expect the same bullshit. Or unless he changed, but you still give him a shot. But then if you see him doing the same shit that somebody else don't warn you about, have this motherfucker change. And then let's address the numbers when Donnie wanted to talk about give him what he worth. When you hear these dudes that, and that's answering both your question, was it? Because I want to move forward into the
No. And Ben, you answered both questions. Donnie, I know he dropped off a few times, so
I'm
Ben,
right here.
Well, you back now, but Ben, you answered both of the questions. I want to give Donnie the same chance to answer both of those questions as well once again. And so Ben just answered the questions I asked you, Donnie. Once again, man, do you think EJ versus Bud happens? And if it don't happen, whose fault is it? Can you hear me, Donnie? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Did you hear the question?
It's like you got a trade deadline. You know what I mean? Some fighters fight twice a year. Some fighters fight 3 or 4 times a year. Some fighters only fight 1 time a year. It's a deadline. You know what I mean? And in 22, Bud has said he wanted to fight in 2022.
When did Bud say that?
If I can't fight him, I'm gonna fight somebody. I gotta fight in 2022.
But see,
real quick. Is that your complete answer, Donnie? Is that your complete answer? I done been around Ben, and respectfully to you, you always welcome over here. I haven't been around you as long. You feel me? I have been around Ben, so I know the pit bull that I'm dealing with. That's why I asked the question: Is that what you're gonna go with? Respectfully, of course, respectfully. All right, Ben, go ahead. Ben, it's on you, Ben. Go ahead. I'm putting myself on mute. Y'all go back and forth accordingly.
Hey, Donnie, you can hear me, Donnie? Oh, he done jumped off. But when you come back, Donnie, be glad to jump in, though, dude, respectfully. And that's the word I'm using tonight. I'm using respectfully tonight, right side.
Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, man.
No, I'm quoting my dog. That's your name, a.k.a. respectfully. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I like that, though, right?
You got to be respectful to people, man. I got to have a lot of respect for people.
And this is what I try to be, right? And I tell you, I got to work on my shit. I'm not perfect. He said be perfect for I am perfect, but I'm not perfect. I work on my craft, though. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm glad Donnie back. You say you're going to go on mute, but Donnie, go ahead and take
Hey, Donnie, hold on. Hey, real quick, Ben. Donnie, hey, as long as you up here, I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna let you and Ben go back and forth. You feel me? So if I feel like I need to jump in, I will. But I don't like to. Hey, y'all just keep it respectful, man. Keep it respectful.
It ain't never.
Respectfully, Donnie. Respectfully now.
I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm respectful.
A lot of people say that respectfully to you, Donnie. A lot of people say that, but they don't know how to conduct themselves. So. Let
me ask Ben. Let me ask Ben this question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ben.
It's on you.
Ben.
It's good, my brother.
So I don't know if you stay with a woman or not, but if you just get out in the pride and say, "Okay, it feels good outside today. Let me go out and take a ride." What's that sound? What's that sound you want to hear? Music.
Hold on. What the hell you just asked me?
See, that let me know what type of nigga and brother you is.
No. Ask the question again, because I thought I heard some parts of the question.
I said I don't know. I said I don't know if you got a woman or not. but you
I'm a
feeling
man. My
cool
name
one
is
day and you just ain't.
Go ahead, finish, my brother. I thought I heard that, but go ahead, finish. You know, you asked the question, do Benjamin, entertain women? I'm a lion, my G, and I love women. I got a woman next to me now. If you wanna, if you wanna know my G code, it's respectfully.
Donnie, are you? My apologies, Ben. Donnie, are you still there? Brother, we can't have you jumping in and out, bro. We gotta have something a little consistent. Okay, I can't.
He might be on the
Can you?
Obama phone. He might be on the Obama phone right
Obama
now. You got
phone. Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
man, you got to give him a benefit of the doubt. See, he don't. He
And
might.
he
You know what? He might not be on the Obama phone. He might be on the Joe Biden phone.
Joe Biden.
Oh shit, raggedy as fuck. He
Man.
can't even walk. The president of the United
Man,
States can't get on Air Force
I ain't
One.
on no motherfucking Obama phone.
Hey, Donnie
Joe
Parker.
Biden
I ain't
phone.
on no damn Obama phone, nigga.
Respectfully, my brother. Respectfully.
I was talking to you.
We can't.
You
But
feel like
the problem is,
I think what happened was I hit
hold
the
on,
mute
brother.
button.
Hold on, brother. The problem is you didn't hit the mute button because I can see if you're on mute. You didn't. We all I'm saying
I don't know what
is
happened.
we can hear you. We just couldn't hear you. So
I'm back. I'm here.
we giving the panel to you right now, man. Ask your question again. Ben is more than available to answer the question. Go ahead, brother.
Ben, my nigga. I just asked him, when you pull out your driveway and you chilling for a cool Sunday day, what you gonna pull out and listen to?
I pull out list to. I might pull out on some murderous shit. I might pull out on Tupac. I might pull out.
That's what I'm talking about. You ain't got to say no more.
The question you asked me earlier, though, Donnie, you said about my woman status.
No.
Yes, you did.
What I said is, I don't know if you got a woman or not.
That's what you.
I don't know if. Listen, what I said was, I don't know if you got a woman or not. But when you pull out on that afternoon, like say, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and kick it. What you gonna pull out the driveway listening to? That's what I asked you.
That was the end of the conversation. The question.
What you gonna pull out? You said Tupac. But let's get back to this Bud situation.
Yeah, there we go. Talk about it, Donnie. Talk about it.
They say Bud ain't really fought nobody.
I don't want to know about they. I want to know what you say, how you feel. Because if you ask me how I feel about Earl or another favorite
how I feel.
Yeah.
How I feel.
Yeah.
But Bud was under
Crawford ducking out of the biggest fight in his
He
whole
ducking.
Career.
He moved up to fight this nigga.
He moved up to fight who?
Errol Spence.
If that was the case, why didn't he?
When he won, undisputed.
Okay.
When he won.
Hold on, Ben. Let him ask his question. Ben. Let him ask his question.
About undisputed at 140.
Even though, hey, let him ask his question, and then we'll go. Let him ask first. Go ahead, brother. Donnie.
He won undisputed at 140. Nothing else to do at 140. So he moved up to 147 to fight Errol Spence. Earl told him he needed to go and get a belt first. So he went and got a belt. It was Jeff Horn, but Jeff Horn was undefeated and the champion. Everybody fought at 147 was undefeated. Knocked them out. Only two was Kell Brook and Sean Porter, because Errol Spence beat both of them. Errol Brook really beat him, but his eye was fucked up, so he stopped it in 11. Sean Porter took him the distance. To me, Sean Porter could have won that fight if he was connecting a little bit more. But he was missing a whole lot of shots. But he was in there, in that fight. But he hit him too. Now let's talk about when Bud fought Kell Brooks. Took him out on 4. Hit him with a shot that he didn't even see. That's how a lot of his knockouts have been. He didn't, the last 10 fights made 10 knockouts. I'm just saying, damn. Errol Spence been going a distance with motherfuckers he should have been knocking out.
Ben, what you think about what the brother Donnie just said? What you think about what he just said, Ben? Go ahead.
You know, respectfully, Donnie. You know, I don't know if you're over there. Where I don't know if you're over there on some of that skunky beer, respectfully, or you on some good.
You just gonna do me like that, Ben? You gonna do me like that?
You know, respectfully. I'm talking to Donnie, respectfully, because the brother.
Go ahead, Ben.
I don't know. You know, they talk about being, but Donnie, you might be something different. You might be something different, Donnie, because when people make the statements like you making, and then sit up there and believe these crazy ass statements, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard for me to understand. It's hard for me to understand.
I don't wear glasses.
Donnie, I'm gonna ask you a question. You sound like a man of understanding. Have you ever been employed before?
I work for United Airlines.
Okay, so you have.
Real quick, Donnie, don't. Respectfully to you, don't
you don't have to say where you worked at.
Don't because you have people, you got crazy people on the internet who will try to find your ass. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I got you.
It's just like when you got a work history, and Terrence Crawford has a work history, a very accomplished fighter, 135. He became champion. The likes of Udongo at 140 became undisputed. Then he went up, fought the likes, like you said, the Jeff Horns, Jose Benavidez, you know. Then he went green machine, Amir Khan, the Kell Brooks, like you mentioned, Sean Porter, all these fighters, knocked them out. None of that shit don't mean nothing to a person like Benjamin Israel, bro. When you got a dude like Errol Spence knocking at your motherfucking door, Donnie. And for all you dudes to sit up there and say this dude is ducking, and the dude knocking like I was just knocking, walking butt naked in your yard, respectfully, just doing some crazy shit, trying to provoke you into a fight. But then you sit there and blame, like, I'm only using your words though, respectfully, Donnie. You use Errol Spence's team. His team was the ones that gave you the word transparency when we was over there at Reggie that you mentioned earlier. Transparency. And if you knew the likes of Bob Arum, if you even knew the business of how he deal with business, you know for a fact Bud ain't getting no transparency over there. And I'm use that word because you said, listen to Stephen Espinosa, because Stephen Espinosa said today, what Stephen Espinosa said was he gave you that. And Bud Crawford, I don't know what MLK Global or BLK Global, I don't know what the fuck the name of that company is, but I know for a fact he ain't digged in 8 books. He just was happy to get a check from their ass. But when you got people ready to do honest business with you, and you work for a person before a company, a major company, and you know if you play like that, don't want to kind of word, a no call, no show a few times, then come when you want to come, then when you come, you start shit with respectfully, right side, respectfully being Israel, respectfully the pilot on the plane, the people on the concourse. You not only done turned yourself from an asset, you done created yourself into a liability, and this is exactly what Bud is doing for himself right now. He got all y'all fans hoorah, yeah, Bud, EJ ducking. But respectfully though, Donnie, when you make those, accusations saying it's Bud team, and when you
I didn't say EJ was ducking.
You said EJ team. Listen what I said. I said that word. I said when you mentioned that EJ team is doing the ducking, how can you say this? And with it, they was the one that tried to give you transparency. out of their mouth. They was the one trying to give you everything you was worth, and you said something else. Give him what he worth. That's when the panel went almost crazy, and I was like, give him what he worth. What is your boy Canfish worth? What is he worth? What is he worth? $100 million? You give him $100 million and see if you're gonna get a return on that shit. Respectfully.
So you say you get we're gonna call him a walleye. You say you want to get a walleye, $100 million. I think it's gonna be something good because he fight somebody that 20% chance he gonna win.
No, it's not the chance he gonna
fight
win.
Fight somebody that he gonna have a chance
See,
to.
This what when you doing business, when you doing business, this is where you got to look at what they call a return. You ain't finna give up $50 million for two fighters and not get nowhere near $25 million on the return. Who does that, Donnie? You got $50 million to burn like that and not get your principal back, let alone a profit. Your principal is the $50 million that you put up. So if you talk about a profit,
Bud didn't want that. He didn't want that. He don't even give a fuck about the money. Nigga, let's fight.
Hey, real quick, man. Y'all make sure when y'all come in, hit the like button, man. Show love to the channel. You know
Bud don't care about the money.
All right, we'll do that. We late night tonight, and we're gonna let my brother Donnie and my brother Ben. They cooking right now, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Donnie, go ahead. I did mute you, but go ahead, brother. Go ahead. My apologies.
Ben, he don't even care about the money. He just want to fight. Let's just show these people. Let's give these people what they want. They gonna pay for it. We ain't gotta worry about what the guarantee is. Let's get the money.
This the whole up. But Donnie, this the whole up to the fight.
Bud don't want no guarantee. Bud took you said 60-40. No, it wasn't 60-40. It's 65-35.
Listen,
no, Bud wants 65-35 with no guarantee money.
Donnie, with you
ain't listen to me, Ben.
No,
you my nigga though. Ben, I want your personal number where we can talk.
If we gonna do this, we gotta go back and forth. No, you good, Ben. You good. Hold on, Donnie. Hold on.
I've been paying attention to the right side too, though, and this is the first time I didn't touch out the right side. I like right side because I've been paying attention to the right side.
Shout out to you, my brother, and you always welcome over here.
I'll shout out to right side.
You always welcome, but I will say
I always listen to right side, and this is my first time able to touchdown with right side.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Donnie. But if you're gonna be over here, you gotta. Hey, and I want you to cook just as much as I want Ben to cook. So we gotta go back and forth. It's on Ben right now, man. Ben, go ahead, bro. Donnie, after he get his bars off, man, I want to hear your response, bro. I want to hear what you respond with. So it's nothing but love, and thank you for coming through, brother. Ben, it's on you, man. Go ahead and cook, bro.
You know, a lot of people addressed the 154 fight, by Errol Spence, and because I know Donnie is feeling great right now. He can't keep in tune to what we was talking about.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
So I'm gonna move the goalpost. I'm gonna call foul right now and move the goalpost to Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. A lot of people give a lot of backlash about this fight happening at 154, and I hope, Donnie, respectfully, Donnie, I hope it don't happen at 154. Right side.
Like you at 154. I don't. Man. Go ahead.
Even if it do happen at 154, the question I have with it: why Soudamar put all this energy? Some people saying, "Oh, he owed motherfucking Keith Thurman a favor," but after the sacrifice that EJ done put in, why not mandate Canfish Terrence Crawford? Right? Why not mandate the dude that Donnie on your platform screaming that he's the man? Why not mandate that dude that Earl saying duck him? You feel what I'm saying? Why not mandate the dude that Bud saying duck him? That make a lot of sense. since both of them saying each other duck them, you know what I'm saying? You already got the WBA in cahoots, the IBF
He
in
never
cahoots.
does Earl.
So why not mandate the WBO and tell them we want your boy Cam Fish Crawford to stop all the
He
capping
keep calling him
and
Kansas.
start the capping?
Hey, listen.
It's
Hey,
it's
listen.
time to stop capping. It's time to stop capping, Donnie, and start clapping right now.
You're
on the
stupid as
corner.
fuck. You're
It's time to
stupid.
put that bill down, and it's time for this boxing talk. You run here like you can't hold your conversation. It's time for
Yeah,
this
it's
shit.
off the chain. Hey, listen though. Do you remember that video? You remember that video when Bud he showed up at the fight and he grabbed Errol and was like, "You too fat, I knock you out." And they was talking up. They had a couple of different episodes.
Bud ain't
But
showed
do
up.
you
It was Errol showed up at Bud.
No. It was a
That
fight.
fight was in
It was,
that fight was in
Hold on,
it was in Oklahoma City. It was in.
Even if
It
you
was
disagree, let them get it off, and then come back with the smoke, Ben. Let them get it off though. Let
No,
them get it off.
listen. It was in Oklahoma City, right?
Go ahead, brother.
Right after his son wrestled a national championship match and won a title, he immediately jumped in his vehicle and was gone to Oklahoma City because we was in Tulsa, and that's when he met up with Earl that night. He told Earl, "Oh, you didn't expect me to be here, but I want to fight you. Oh, you fat. I'm gonna knock you out." And Earl started talking about, "Oh, you got hurt by such and such." Bud said, "Oh, you got touched by such and such." But ask all them motherfuckers that you fought. What did I do to them? I was that whole weekend. I was with Bud that whole weekend, and he was training for a different fight. But he made time to come to see his son win a national title. And he ran up on Earl. Ben, look up your guy. He had on that black hoodie. He ran up on your guy, man, and told him, "Let's fight. I'm ready to fight you." And what did Earl say? "Oh, you gotta go get a belt.
No.
You ain't proven yet at 147." So he went and got a belt. And his last 8 fights, he done knocked out all welterweights. But Earl been telling him he ain't ready at welterweight. What you mean I ain't ready? I want you.
Donnie,
I want you.
When you reflect to that, Donnie, and you said the time they
I
pulled
want
up-
you. This is 2023.
Yeah.
Wait a
I
minute.
want
Wait
you.
a minute. Wait
That
a
was
minute.
not 20. that was
Wait a
not
minute.
2023,
Wait a minute. We're
Donnie.
not gonna do that. Go
That was
ahead.
not 2023. Donnie.
Because what you just brought up, Donnie, and I'm passing it to my brother. But I will say, my God, your argument it's a little shaky, right? Go ahead, Ben. It's on you.
It's shaky.
Yeah,
It's shaky.
It's not
It's
shaky.
shaky.
Respectfully,
shaky.
Donnie.
How is it shaky?
It's
And
not
this
shaky.
is me being respectful.
How can you say it's shaky though? I just want to know how can you say it's shaky when it's facts and it's on video. His
Hold on. And that's why we're gonna stop.
thing-
That's why we're gonna stop you, and we're gonna let Ben respond. I'm out of it. I'm not in it.
It's
We're gonna let
facts.
Ben respond.
Okay,
We're gonna let
okay.
but
Donnie,
Ben
only thing
Ben
was
was
fact.
quiet. He allowed
I'm
you
trying
to
to
do your
keep up
thing.
with you, Donnie.
Go ahead,
'cause
go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
You know, I thought I'd be all over the place.
I'm
but
speaking
I'm trying-
facts.
Yeah, you are half facts. You know,
No, real facts.
No,
Brother,
Donnie,
brother. We're gonna let
Donnie.
Ben he
Let-
didn't cut you off,
let-
brother. He didn't cut you off. So
No, let him.
we're gonna let
you
this
gotta
brother
let-
get
I can
his
deal
off.
with it though, right side. Let me deal
I
with
know
it.
you can, but we got to keep some type of decorum because if we let it go that way, then everybody expect they can do that shit, and everybody, it is what it is.
It's only me and Ben. It's only me and Ben. Come on, my guy.
It's you and him now. Who know? All right. It is what it is.
It's only me and Ben. I was
being
just somewhere else with Ben Rose. We just said
one thing Ben will tell you, and I know my brother Ben got love for me, but Ben will tell you I run my platform a certain way. Ben will tell you that.
That's why I said. That's why I said Bud is on ball. So he trying to run his.
Because I do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I want both of y'all to get it off. I want both of y'all to get it off, and I'm gonna run it the way I run it, respectfully, of course. So go ahead and Ben, tell me if I'm capping about anything I'm saying right now.
You know, this your platform. You do your thing, of course.
And I don't want to be no type of way, but goddamn,
I want
bro,
Donnie to get it off. I understand
facts.
what Donnie's saying too. Let him get it off. Because if this one thing I'm gonna tell you, like I told my dude Reggie, I ain't going for no free smoke on your dude's platform. Now in the chat, dude start shooting at me. I'm shooting back.
I ain't mad.
That's the chat.
I want it to be civilized because I think I will tell y'all. I think the people
learn my nigga Ben.
With Donnie, I'm gonna just let him know the world know how
I like my nigga Ben.
But real quick, with
Donnie know.
Ben and
I like my nigga Ben. My nigga Ben remind me of from Washington D.C.
Oh yeah. That's that.
West Baltimore.
Facts. But
no, you from West Baltimore? Look, I just told you. You remind me of my nigga from DC. He stayed like right behind the White House, down the street, in them jets.
But I think both of y'all got a lot to provide and a lot of information and perspective for the people. And so, man, I want y'all to get it off. I just wanted to be in a structured situation.
We agree and disagree and understand each other a nigga type of way.
Let me finish. I done been on panels where niggas want to talk over each other and they want to go, and Ben done been there with me. It ain't no smoke over here. We gonna keep it respectful, but y'all keep cooking, man. And I appreciate both of y'all keeping it respectful the way y'all have. I jump in here and there, but I appreciate both of y'all, man. Much love.
Hey, right. Hey, respectfully, you don't have to be nervous like this. Right side. Donnie good, man. I'm on mute. You see him letting him cook because I want Donnie to express himself. He gonna gas out because he on them skunky bills. I know him.
Hold on, B. Hold on, B. Donnie's still right here. Donnie's still right here, B.
Wait a minute. What are the skunk? What are the skunk? I don't even know. What is that? What is the skunky pill, bro?
You know them.
That's that funky shit.
You know them. Look, he asked Donnie. He know what I'm talking about. See, he know those.
I just said that funky shit.
Y'all keep going, man. Do y'all thing.
But yeah, though, Donnie, though, man. When you be mentioning things of Crawford though, and how he sitting up here in that guy, you know, like I was saying, I wouldn't even mention Crawford in 2023. You
man,
know, right side asked a 2-part question. You know, the first question I can't answer because, you know, it's a lot of things if it happened again. I just can't. And with it, what if you was in their shoes and he left you at the altar? Then you want to really fight this dude right side. You really want, he done left you, done stood you up, but then you got other fights, you got bills too. They talk about, well, Bud got a family. But shit, damn, like EJ don't got nobody.
But see, the difference is, listen though, Ben, listen. The difference is, Bud really want to fight this nigga because, nigga, I gotta fight you.
Okay.
Nigga, where I'm from, nigga. I gotta fight you.
City. Ain't nothing popping off in Oklahoma.
Nigga, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska.
Ain't nothing popping off in Omaha, Nebraska, bro. Nothing.
Nigga, I'm telling you. Hey, you know what? Hey, hold on, B. I'm gonna tell you. You better understand yourself when you go to Omaha, nigga. It's Omaha, Nebraska, not Omaha, Nebraska.
Only thing popping off in Omaha, Nebraska is them federal agents, them cornfields, and that motherfucker they got down there. That's the only
Let,
shame
let,
shit
let,
popping.
let, let,
It ain't
let-
nothing.
hold on. Slow your roll, B.
What's popping off in
You
there?
don't-
Did y'all, what club in there? Y'all still got that little,
fuck,
they call them shits a
nigga,
hole in the wall.
fucking club, nigga. What block you gonna be on? What hood you
What
gonna
pasture?
represent?
Man, ain't nothing, man,
When you go out
I
there to
want
talk to
somebody
these
to
motherfucking
Google.
white people
Ain't
about
nothing,
this
man.
money, nigga,
Downtown
what's gonna
Omaha.
represent you?
Downtown Omaha is the whole city, bro. Stop cap. You come
And
out
guess
of,
what? Hold on, being real quick. I apologize. No, I apologize. But guess what? Donnie. Man, ain't nobody coming to Omaha for shit, bro. Like, man, let's just be honest about this shit, bro. We gotta be honest. We
you
gotta
got
be
to let
honest.
the man express himself. I want to
No, man. We my God. Hey, you can cap over here a little bit, but goddamn, bro. You know I gotta.
take him out
Hey,
of downtown Omaha. You got nothing.
man.
Absolutely corn pasture. You better not. You gonna have to go by the stadium.
Respectfully
You-
to the brother, respectfully to him. I'm just saying, man. When we talking about Omaha, hey, if it ain't D-Ray Promotions, goddamn it, I don't know nothing about Omaha.
It ain't if
Go
if
ahead.
it ain't what? Hold on, say it again. If it ain't what?
No, that was some other shit. I don't know. Do you know the great brother D-Ray Promotion? Do you know him?
You said who?
He don't know D-Ray. He
It
only
don't matter.
know. He only
It
know
don't matter. It
Bernie,
don't matter,
Fat
bro. It
Mac,
don't matter.
and Bud Crawford.
Yeah, it
You
don't
know
matter.
3 names.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
listen.
Go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead, Donnie.
I know where I'm from.
Them hitters out there. Y'all got them hitters out there, my
Don't,
G.
don't bring your bitch with you.
Ooh, they gonna leave them in the cornfield.
She might be left in the cornfield. It might be good or bad.
Damn, boy, y'all ain't playing out. Boy, y'all some ill niggas out there in Omaha.
You better understand it and recognize it.
They think
You
y'all
won't
riding
understand
cowboy.
it.
They think y'all riding horses out there, huh?
Nigga. If you want to ride a horse, nigga.
Y'all still telling on niggas like niggas in Belly?
I see, and you bring up Belly. I'm gonna tell you about Belly.
Who the illest?
They didn't shoot
Who the
no scene.
illest nigga in Omaha, Nebraska? I just
Hold
want you
on.
to
First
answer
of
that
all,
question before you talk about Belly. Who the illest
first of
nigga in
all,
Omaha, Nebraska?
Warren Buffett.
So
They
Warren
got
Buffett, the illest nigga in Nebraska.
cricket. Cricket.
Shit, I thought you was gonna say your guy Terrence Crawford was the illest nigga. You said Warren Buffett is cricket still.
Nah, he ain't the illest nigga. Warren Buffett is.
You don't shop at
And
Bud
then
Crawford grocery store in Omaha?
I coach his kids. I coach his sons in
I know,
wrestling.
but you don't shop at his grocery store. Do you go get your
What's
canned
up?
goods from down there?
We ain't got no Terrence Crawford grocery store. He got
So
a Terrence Crawford block. But we got some hood shit.
You got a Terrence
But
Crawford block. So do you shop at the Terrence Crawford block, if that's what you call it?
nah, it ain't no block like that. It's just his neighborhood where niggas got shot up and killed and shit. And I was like, damn, they made this motherfucker Terrence Crawford
So you
block.
saying Terrence Crawford ain't give it back to the community? He ain't give it back. He don't got no gym down there in Omaha, Nebraska.
I told you that already.
I'm asking you
My
again.
wrestling room.
I understand what you said, what you have and what you possess. I'm asking you about Terrence T-Rex Crawford, Terrence Bud Crawford. T-Rex is his world beat name when he was a world beater. That was the name he went by. But you probably know him as Terrence Bud Crawford or just T-Bud. I don't know. But you telling me he don't got no community center down there. The millions of dollar Top Rank done invested in him. He don't got no center, Terrence Crawford Center, that little kids can go and play basketball with. I understand what you said you possess down there in Omaha, Nebraska, my brother Donnie. But I'm just asking him. That just had me baffled. Damn, Terrence don't got that down there. And you say you know Terrence Crawford firsthand, respectfully.
Donnie, hey, Donnie, do you want to respond to that? We didn't hear. I know. Ben, he just got his shit off, but did you want to respond to that, bro? Damn, I'm double timing this motherfucker. Let me mute myself over there. Let me get that shit off. There we go. Donnie, can you hear me? All right. Real quick, man. We got my brother Jimmy. It seems like my brother Jimmy is in the chat, man. We're gonna drop the link for Jimmy as well. Ben, you got multiple individuals coming for smoke for you, bro. It seems like Jimmy.
Man, Jimmy, my troll, man. Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy the family. Jimmy is definitely the family.
Jimmy is a whole. Jimmy went over there and told Lady Chan.
Hold on, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, man.
If you ask me, I'm giving the smoke. He pulled up and we tell him about his ass because he got. And I told Mark about the shit. You asked me for it. He told Lady Chan, I'm over there on Mark's channel talking about her. I told Mark about the shit. I said, Mark, this bitch ass Jimmy told this lady, I'm over there on Mark's channel talking about her. And Lady Chan got my number though, on dog. I said, Lady Chan, you got my number. Why you ain't call me? Told me to pull up then.
What's your number, nigga?
As I always will say, when it comes, hold on, real quick.
Where can I pull up at, nigga? Where you at? What's your number
right now? Hey,
When it comes to individuals, you feel me? If y'all got smoke with each other, I muted both of y'all. About to bring Jimmy on. If y'all got smoke with each other, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. Just keep it respectful on the panel. If you don't keep it respectful on the panel, then I have to mute you. I got to get rid of you. Those type of things. And I'm not trying to do that. I done show both my brothers love. You know what I'm saying? Ben and Donnie and Jimmy, I'm gonna show you love. But if we not allowed, if we can't keep it respectful, then I will have to get rid. I will have to get rid of you. Hold on, Donnie, don't do that. I will have to get rid of you. So we bringing my brother Jimmy on, and we bringing my brother Pittsburgh T on. Shout out to the brother Pittsburgh T. Shout out to Jimmy. We're gonna go to Jimmy first. We're gonna let Jimmy get his bars off real quick. Then we're going to Pittsburgh T. We're gonna let Pittsburgh T get his bars off, and then the panel is open. Go ahead, Jimmy. What you got for this?
Okay, bro. No, bro. I respect your channel, bro. No, I respect your channel, bro. You want to keep it classy, bro.
You know I got love for you. You know I got love for you, bro.
What are the topics, bro? What we guys cooking?
Hey man, what we've been talking about tonight so far? We're gonna mute my brother. We're gonna mute my brother real quick, respectfully to Donnie. Donnie is saying that that goddamn Bud Crawford want all the smoke and that he ain't ducking nobody. Ben Israel has laid out a case that is hard to refute as far as Bud ducking the smoke and not making the big fights. Man, we got to see what happens. Go ahead, Jimmy. What's your opinion on it? And then
this goes all the way to when EJ told Bud get a belt, and when Bud got a belt, he cornered him the hallway and said, "Listen, I've got a belt. What's good?" What did EJ do? He started laughing, talking about the easy route and his options. I mean, this is all documented. He told Bud to cross the street. Bud crossed the street. He said, "Look, I'll take less money on the back end, right? I'll give you the rematch clause because you don't have confidence." And we can rumble, you know. They were talking about Bud don't bring nothing to the table. Hey, bro, Bud brought 50 million to the table. And if Bud is a liar or if the money was fake, hey, guess what? It was on Al Heyman to call Bud's bluff and expose him. They didn't do that. Al Heyman didn't even want to hear the offer. He said, "I'm not letting anyone touch it. Don't talk to me about who's bringing the money. I don't want anyone to touch the fight." So the conversation was over before it even started. So when people say who was bringing the money or what's the proof, Al Heyman didn't want to hear any of it, bro. He just didn't care. He said no one's touching the fight. And Bud was okay with that. He said, "Cool, bro, I'll take no money up front. We'll do the back end." They had the problem with the books. The thing with me is why I sympathize with the situation with Bud. All he said was, "Look, I'm not making a penny off this fight up front. All my money's coming from the back end check. If you motherfuckers spend $10 million on the undercard, the hotels, and the flights, right, what am I going to be left with? I'm already getting damn near half, right? It's 35-65. I'm getting damn near half the fight. EJ wanted, see, this is what EJ wanted. He wanted everything his own way. He wanted for it to be on PBC to make sure the judges were in his pocket. He wanted to have more belts so he could have more bargaining power. And he also spent a couple of years, in my opinion, waiting EJ out. EJ's own trainer is running around telling people that Crawford's legs are going, that he's slowing down. This is all public documented, bro. It's not my opinion. It's all, anyone can use Google or YouTube. All the documents are right there. Your Derek James is running around saying Bud's athletic ability is slowing down. And this is why they waited a couple of years, to let Bud's legs slow down. Again, you know, the easy route, all that stuff. He said he was going to spin the block, right? He had T-shirts that he was selling, bro. This is a man that we know is a drunk. This is a man that we know is a sodomite. When he was kissing Yellow Beezy, shaking his ass. It's all up there, bro. This guy is not a good character. He's been ducking Bud for years. And I feel like he'll continue to buck Bud for years. What kind of bullshit fight is this, bro? Keith Thurman, you're 147 mandatory. You're fighting at 154 for no belts. You might as well not fight Keith Thurman. The Errol Spence fans are saying, look, he has to fight Thurman because it's mandatory. But if you fight at 54, you're not clearing a mandatory obligation. So this is a voluntary defense.
Well, Jimmy, and you know, Jimmy, I got love for you. You know,
yeah.
I have to disagree with what you just said. The reason being is because according to, I believe it was the WBC, if he does fight Keith Thurman, even if it is at 54, that does, according, and I'm not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm one of the individuals who don't like to fight for Keith Thurman and EJ to happen at 54. I don't like that fight there. I think that at the end of the day, EJ needs to defend his belts if he's going to continue to campaign at 47. That's just my opinion, right? But at the same time, I'm gonna and I will be critical of him for not doing that, right? But I will also say that I do believe that the WBC said if you do defend against Keith Thurman, even if it's at 54, and now we know what when we talk about Mauricio Sulaiman, when we talk about these sanctioning bodies, let me put it that way. I don't want to call no names. When we talk about those sanctioning bodies, we know there is corruption there. And so I'm not saying that I agree with him retaining or whatever, or him fighting Keith Thurman at 54 should fulfill a mandatory. I don't believe that. I will say though, when the WBC is saying these type of things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm an individual who say I don't want to, even though I think the Keith Thurman fight is a good fight. I think it's a good fight. You told me you wouldn't find Keith Thurman, and I'm not looking for that fight. I'm not looking for it. It's mandated, so I do understand it. But at the same time, I got to be critical of it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jimmy.
See,
and my bad. We got to go to my brother Pittsburgh T right after you guys teach him. My apologies.
Yeah, see, bro, what I'm confused about, right, is how can you defend the welterweight belt at junior middleweight? Doesn't welterweight end at 147? Then you're in junior middleweight.
Well, and that's the reason I'm critical of the WBC, because they're saying that if he fights Keith Thurman at 54, it's going to count as a title defense. Now, I don't know that to be a fact. This is what's being reported. I don't even know that Errol and Keith are going to fight at 54. I don't know that for a fact because I haven't seen anything. I'm only going off of what's being reported. So until I see what actually happens, I'm only going off of what's being reported. But I do have I feel a certain type of way about what's being reported. Pittsburgh T, man, go ahead. I apologize for being long-winded. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, as far as that Crawford stuff goes, man, look, man. That dude was in negotiation. He got up from the table. He walked away. And during that negotiation, he leaked out that he agreed to everything. But how could you agree to everything without signing anything? So either he was lying then or he's lying now. So it's just not matching up. Whatever happened previous to that, we know that those two camps was in negotiation. We know for a fact one guy got up from the table. Once that guy gets up from the table, what's the other guy to do? You're not finna chase him down and make him sign a contract when he's doing stuff like that. That's the issue with it. And the biggest problem with everything that happened with Crawford, we see the Ryan Garcia, we see the Tank fight. We see all those fights that happened with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. we see negotiation after negotiation where people are signing fights and you don't see all this stuff. People don't conduct themselves like that. So all this stuff about he got to feed his family and all that, somebody gonna have to make more money on the other side. There's never an even split. We've seen Mayweather do it. That's just the way it is in boxing. So I don't have any sympathy when it comes to Bud for that. Whatever was said previous to that about the belts and all that, right now to this point, we know for a fact that that man got up from that negotiation table. So you can't get up from the negotiation table, walk away, take another fight and say, I ain't scared to fight nobody. It ain't got nothing to do with you being scared. If you want to make that fight, make that fight. Because we've seen other camps that are from diabolically different camps that some kind of way they figure out how to make those fights happen. And somebody's making less money on the other side. So I'm not gonna have no sympathy for no grown-ass man that's making millions of dollars. It don't make sense.
Yeah, but he's already agreed to make less money though when he agreed to take.
So why didn't he sign the contract?
I'll tell you why. Because Errol Spence publicly came out and said, "I'm fighting in November, with or without Crawford." And Al Heyman threatened. Bud Crawford.
No, he did not. Not when it was in negotiation, brothers. Not when it was in negotiations.
So this is what we'll do, Jimmy and Jimmy. You respond to Pittsburgh. We're gonna go to after you respond to Pittsburgh. We're gonna go to my brother Ben Israel. We're gonna come back to Pittsburgh. Then we're gonna come to you, Jimmy. Only reason we're gonna go that in that order is because I'm allowing you to respond and not allowing everybody else to respond respectfully.
Okay, bro. So this is no thanks, bro. This is a good point that Pittsburgh made that I want to highlight. Right? Basically, what happened, what Crawford said in his live feed was, look. Al Heyman told me directly, and this was no disrespect to Heyman. He was very firm. He said, look, we were trying to make the fight, but we're fighting in November with or without you, Crawford. Okay. They were eclipsed in October. According to Bud, EJ hadn't returned his phone call in nearly a month. Al Heyman was taking damn near a month to send emails back. If someone's telling you we're fighting in November with or without you before the end of the year clips off, November, December, whatever they said to him, whatever threat they made. If a guy, so he said he's a fight in November with or without you. He's not returning your phone calls or your emails, right, for nearly a month. In Bud Crawford's mind, for all he knows, EJ's not even going to fight him. Because, I don't know what people are like, why people are confused, why Bud got up and left. The guy has clearly and publicly come out and said, I'm fighting in November. EJ won the Twitter and said, I'm fighting in November with or without Bud. This train don't stop. Al Heyman said the same. Look, you sign the contract, we get the deal done, or we're moving on. And Bud is EJ is fighting someone else in November. So as soon as October starts creeping in and EJ's in the Caribbean or on holiday, not returning phone calls, Al Heyman is taking damn near 1 month to reply to an email. Why is it the shock of the century that Bud moved on? These dudes are talking about fighting in November without you, and they're not even returning your phone calls and your emails, right? When they went back and forth on Twitter, Bud told, EJ, was there a date on the contract for the fight? And EJ's response was he started arguing with Oscar De La Hoya. So, it is what it is.
Hey, we're gonna go to Ben real quick. And now, the only reason I say it because I can't say nothing about this.
That's not
Jimmy hit a couple points. Jimmy hit a couple points there. I want to go to Ben first, then I want to come to Pittsburgh T, then I want to come back to Jimmy. Go ahead, Ben. Pittsburgh, you on deck.
It's hard for, I understand what Pittsburgh was saying though, but it's hard for me as a boxing fan to sit here, like Pittsburgh said, and sympathize with Ken Fish, with Terrence Crawford. We sit here and blame this person, that person, but like I told the person, once you get up. It takes two to fight at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck what happened 5 years ago, who had what belt, who said go get a belt. That don't mean shit what's going on today. That's yesterday, today, tomorrow. What we doing? Then they keep talking about spin the block. If you got up from the table last time and I spin the block on your ass again, why should you, why wouldn't you get up the next time and might not walk away? You might do the same shit again.
Not disagreeing at all. Go ahead, Pittsburgh. Then we come to Jimmy, man. Speak on it.
Man, listen, man. That whole November thing Jimmy said, that's patently false. Like what you're speaking of, Jimmy, is when that man declared that he was going to fight David Avenija. You have your dates wrong. and you're trying to categorically flip this. Because even Stephen Espinoza said they was blindsided. They didn't know anything about this. And as far as that $50 million, why would if let's just be logical about this. If Al Heyman and the PBC is dealing with Showtime and Fox, and then this fighter is coming to you talking about they got $50 million from somebody that they never heard of. You already have a network deal, and it's a fighter. It's not the network that's coming to you. Why would I even listen to that? Why didn't the network reach out to Al Heyman? It doesn't even make any logical sense. So like these narratives, they just got to stop, man. You're trying to give this guy cover. He didn't want that fight. If you want that fight, you sit at a negotiation table and you make that fight. And if you feel like you're getting shafted on this one, you get it back on the rematch end. That happens all the time. We just seen that happen with Devin Haney, where he fought the 2 fights that were against him that everybody was saying that he was at a disadvantage going in there. If it means take the risk to go up in there, you're gonna make that fight. And everything sometimes you can't always make all the money. So I'm not feeling bad for him either way, because you can't have both at that time. And we just seen that David Avenesian fight, that Bud is not a big pay-per-view fighter star. So he doesn't have leverage when it comes to negotiation. See, when we talk about a fighter and negotiations, his leverage would have to come from pay-per-view, and Bud doesn't sell. So as him being his skills and his skill level and his pay-per-view leverage, those are two completely diabolically different things. So he doesn't have leverage. He actually has less leverage. Even if they came back to the table with him, he would have had more leverage before he had this fight where he only sold 150,000 pay-per-views. That's not fucking good. That's not a good pay-per-view sale. So it's going to be even worse. Whatever he was getting last time, it's going to be worse this time. So like Ben is saying, it's almost like it's a pointless. If he felt like he was getting disrespected before, why would they offer him more money when he's not selling and they're working off percentages?
Jimmy, go ahead. Respond to that.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
bro, I was going to say this, though. I've got a couple of points. See, I almost laugh sometimes when people say, this and that. This is the same Errol Spence that calls Sean Porter, in his own words, an undercard fighter, gave him 50-50, was more than happy to sign the contract. He couldn't wait to jump out of the chair and give him 50-50. Mikey, 50-50. Errol Spence was running around doing even splits with everyone in the boxing world apart from Terence Crawford. And number 2, bro, as far as the pay-per-view, look, Ugas versus Spence, from what I'm hearing, the numbers were never released officially, and some of the numbers are tracking as low as 130,000 buys, right? The number that some of the press are throwing around, the high-end number, is 250. There is no way Errol Spence Ugas sold 250,000 buys, because that would mean Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao have the same level of star power, and there's no way on God's green earth Errol Spence is anywhere near the star power of a Manny Pacquiao, bro. This is why his base purses are fucking dirt low. Manny Pacquiao was over at the PBC making $20 million a fight. EJ's making $1.5 million to $2 million a fight. There's a very good reason why, because Errol Spence is not the star that Manny Pacquiao is. He doesn't have the financial clout that Manny Pacquiao does, and these are historical facts. The documents are all over online. This is a non-debate as far as Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence, who's the biggest star. And number 2, as far as the pay-per-view numbers, like, no one's doing good on pay-per-view. Wilder did 70,000 buys. EJ Ugas did about 130. Bud did, they didn't release the numbers. BLK just said they were happy. They range between 125 to 250, depending on who you want to believe. Me, I don't know, but it is what it is. It's like I said, well, Mikey, AJ, was happy to do 50-50 with Porter. It was 50-50 with Danny Garcia, a guy no one gave a shit about, with no belts. It was 60-40, I think. But Bud apparently he deserves even less than everyone, even though it's the biggest legacy and money fight out there for him.
I want to say this. Jimmy. I'm passing it to my brother Ben Israel and then Pittsburgh. Jimmy just posed questions. Hold on, real quick. Jimmy just posed questions that we need answers to. Those are valid questions that he brought up right there. And I want Jimmy once again, respectfully to you, bring those questions back out. Then we're gonna go to Ben for him to answer, and for Pittsburgh T. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have questions for you as well. So don't run.
Questions.
All I say is don't run. Let them. The same. Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on. The same way I want you to ask them your questions, I want them to be able to ask questions and you respond. So ask your questions one more time.
Yep.
And Ben, we coming to you. Pittsburgh, we're gonna come to you. Jimmy, I know it's 2-1, in this situation, but I think you can hold your own respectfully.
Oh, definitely, bro.
And so, ask your questions one more time, respectfully, Jimmy.
So this is my question, though, bro. This whole money situation for Errol was a non-factor. He was Mr. Big Fish, Mr. Strap Season. I give Porter, again, in his words, an undercard fighter, right? A guy that was actually, I think, took less money when he fought Bud, right? He gave him 50-50. We're very happy. He didn't care about the contracts. He was Mr. Big Fish, Mr. Strap Season. Mikey, 50-50, no problem. Danny, I think it was like 60-40 from what they were saying. A guy with no belts in a fight no one cared about. And as far as character, bro, out of both of them, only one guy's a drunk and only one guy's a sodomite. So we can't be talking about catfish and all this when we know that this guy's a homosexual and a drunk.
Now, and real quick, we're going to Ben Israel. When you say sodomite, homosexual, those type of things, I disagree with them, but it's not up for me to debate. Ben Israel, you heard what Jimmy just brought up. What is your response to what Jimmy just said? Go ahead, Ben.
You know, it's funny how people go straight to the parking watching theory. You know, they experts in being accountants and they don't have shit in their own bank account. You know, they'll sit up there and tell you what EJ guaranteed money on, and that's the most he ever made, $2.5 million. Like they don't understand back end money. The same blueprint that Floyd Mayweather exposed the world to. EJ is the back end king right now, second to Canelo. You feel what I'm saying? People sit there and run with this narrative. Then they'll use to the Mikey Garcia, where he went 50-50. They still fail to realize, Pittsburgh T, that Mikey, when Earl fought Mikey, Earl never showed up at pay-per-view. That was his first pay-per-view. So I will give you 50-50. You're a 4-division champion. You feel what I'm saying? You the draw of anything. I'm the next big thing. So Earl was rightfully so. Mikey the one short end himself in that negotiation. So we can't sit there and say what Earl gave. Mikey was coming up a 4-division draw and still was the current lightweight champion. Let's keep that in mind. Accolades and all. So when we sit there and talk about the Ugas fights and all this shit, I tell motherfucker, throw that shit off the counter, because we keeping Bud, Ass, Crawford accountable. They want to sit there and call sodomite, homosexual, like they was in the bed with Earl Spence. Like these same people who have these fantasies share that shit, because they're homosexuals. This all they know. Oh, yeah, let me easy. They don't even know these people. These same motherfuckers calling Earl out his name. You ask these motherfuckers, turn on your camera, let me see who you is. Motherfucker eyebrow arch, look like they drag queening. These same people on this platform, and I'm on mute.
And my brother Ben, he said y'all wear out. He's saying y'all got your eyebrows arched like bitches, man. That's what Ben just said. That ain't me. That's what Ben just said. Pittsburgh T, do you have a response to it? Then we're going back to Jimmy, man. What do you got for it?
Yeah, like the whole 50-50 thing, like Ben was just saying, Mikey Garcia was a draw. And like if we talking about the business part side of it, Mikey Garcia was a draw. He had a whole rabid fan base. That can't, like you saying, it can't be disputed, but that can't be disputed. And as far as why he didn't give him 50-50, if he got leverage and he decides to exercise it, that's his right to do so. He don't have to give him 50-50. Like I'm not, this whole idea about this money, like it's not fair. He got to give 50-50. Was it fair when Floyd did it? When Floyd didn't get 50-50 when he fought Oscar, and Oscar picked the ring size, the fucking gloves, who walked out first, how long he was going to be. Was that fair? Was it fair what we just seen from Devin Haney, where he had to go fly to a whole nother country, and at some point to the last minute, his father wasn't even finna fucking go to the country, which is his trainer with him, and he was still going to go fight that fight. Like all this excuse stuff, this got to stop, man. If the man wanted to fight him, he would fight him at whatever cost. So all we see is a bunch of excuses and previous fights that got nothing to do with this fight. That man was at that table and he decided to leave. Not Errol Spence didn't leave, because if Errol Spence would have left, he would have had a fight in this November fight that you supposedly saying he had. He would have already booked it. So if they didn't have a fight in October and they had this November fight, why he didn't announce a November fight immediately? Because he didn't have no November fight. That's just some crap y'all saying on the internet. That's just some nonsense that y'all saying to make your boy Crawford look good. That's just all nonsense. Crawford was in negotiations with this man, and he decided to leave for whatever reason. So instead of him just owning it and standing up to it, he pointing fingers at everybody. But at the same time saying he's his own boss. So if you're your own boss and you sued your promoter because you had an issue with your promoter, he's the only one suing his promoter. Earl ain't complaining about what he getting paid. For everybody like being saying pocket watching him, he's not complaining about whatever he getting paid. I'm pretty sure he's well aware of what everybody else getting paid. He ain't suing him. He's not jumping up and down. Matter of fact, ain't nobody suing Al Haymon. But people say suing people from Top Rank. People complaining about Zone. We just seen the dude right now from Adrian Broner, who had a janky promoter / manager try to do some old janky ass shit to kick him out of his whole deal with Adrian Broner when he had to move on to a whole nother fighter. So like these things that people are accusing, it's just all nonsense. I'm on mute.
No, and Jimmy, we coming to you. I wanted to say this real quick. Man, shout out to the family, man. My brother AJ in the building, man. AJ64, shout out to him. Once again, my brother Inno Boxing doing this thing, showing love, man. Much love to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got goddamn Not Me in the building. Shout out to you, Not Me, man. And normally I ain't up like I ain't up this late, but damn it, this is a great conversation. And we got individuals who willing to talk to each other and keep it a buck. You feel me? I love that. Shout out to my brother DJ Black Charm, music in the building, man. Salute to you, bro. Jimmy, we coming to you. You know, I was gonna say something. I ain't gonna say shit, man. Hey, Jimmy, do your goddamn thing, man. I appreciate and Jimmy, I gotta tell you, I appreciate you coming on and standing on your square. Same thing with Pittsburgh T. Same thing with my brother being Israel, man. I appreciate all y'all standing on y'all square. Y'all and it's respectful. It's respectful around the table, and I really appreciate that, man. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, you know, when you have the truth on your side, you're never outnumbered. My thing is this, though. The gentleman in Pittsburgh, right? He was saying that Bud was capped in November. This is all documented. Errol Spence came out on his personal Twitter, which is verified, and said, "I'm fighting in November." When Bud Crawford went on live and he said, Al Haymon directly told me, that EJ has got a November fight with or without you. So when EJ, this is the same man that cornered Bud in the hallway and said, "Yo, I'm my own boss. You've got a boss. When you're a free agent and when you talk to me boss to boss." What happened when Bud Crawford called him boss to boss? What did Al say? "Oh, I'm a dummy." Talk to Al Haymon. So we know this guy's got a history of lying, right? He said he'd never fight Keith Thurman. He's fighting Keith Thurman. Again, a history of lying. Get a belt and we can rumble. He got a belt. Oh, easy road to port. Again, lies after lies after lies, right? So for me, it's clear. This whole thing of, someone's got to beat the bro. He's already said I'm the B-side. But he's taken damn near 35%, which is half, bro. The whole Oscar, look, when Anthony Joshua and Canelo Alvarez wanted belts, right, when they wanted to unify, they opened up the chat book, right? Anthony Joshua paid Joseph Parker over $10 million, right, for his belt to unify. Same with Canelo, with Caleb Plant, right? Caleb Plant and Joseph Parker. No disrespect to, the champions, the athletes. Good luck to them, but bro, they are not $10 million fighters, let's be honest, right? But guess what? Those were real A-sides with the real muscle, and they made the fights happen. So when Oscar De La Hoya fought Floyd Mayweather, he gave Floyd Mayweather, 4 or 5 times more money than Floyd had ever smelt, right? This is not the same with Bud Crawford. This is a guy, Mr. Big Fish, Mr. Superstar, but I bring nothing to the table, right? Mr. B-side Bud brought 50 million, right? But Mr. A-side Spence can't even bring $1 to the table. But hey, Yellow Beezy, all that stuff, bro, we'll go with it. As far as the homosexual isolate, look, we've seen Errol Spence kiss Yellow Beezy on camera. We've seen him shake his ass with Yellow Beezy on camera. We've seen this guy flip a car every year for the last 3 years. This guy averages more car flips than he does fights. These are facts. These aren't even opinions, bro. We've seen this dude get drunk on stage. We've seen this guy kiss men, twerk with men. And we've also seen this guy flip a car more times than he averages fights. Like me personally, I'm willing to bet anyone $100 that Errol Spence will flip a car again within the next 12 months. This guy's...
Hold on. Hey, Jimmy. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna pass it to my brother Pittsburgh. Then we're going to Ben. Jimmy, did you just say you willing to bet $100 that Errol Spence flip a car again? Did you say that?
Yeah. Forget
Hey,
another
Jimmy,
contest.
I will take that bet. Hey, you know who I am. I will definitely take that bet, bro. I will take that bet. I bet Errol does not flip a car in the next 12 months, bro. I bet that. I will bet that.
Bro, you shouldn't, bro. I don't want to take your money, but okay, bro.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, it's a small bet. I'm going small bet. $50, bro. I got 50 on it. I got
Yeah,
$50.
$50 is cool. Yeah. He'll flip a car. He'll get drunk.
Hey, I just don't believe that he'll do. Bro, you know how hard it is to flip a motherfucking car, bro. He gotta be a hell of an individual to do that shit again.
Well, he's done it 3 times, though, bro. He's done it 3 times, bro.
If I lose that bet, Jimmy, hey, niggas know me. I pay up. But at the end of the day, man, ain't no way that shit happening. We going to my brother Pittsburgh, then we come to you, Ben, then we coming back to you, Jimmy. Go ahead, Pittsburgh. Hey, respond.
Yeah, bro, but well, he keeps saying it's November like it's a fact, which is not. Just because you keep stating something and calling it a fact, that doesn't actually make it a fact, right? Right. And just because Bud said something, that doesn't actually make it a fact, right? Because the same people that were guaranteeing him this $50 million, they came to Bud the fighter, but not Al Heyman the businessman. How in earth does that make any sense? Like if Bud does not represent Al Heyman, he has no contract with Al Heyman. Why would they go to the opposite fighter to present their case for a fight that they're gonna present? So nobody even believes Bud when it comes to those $50 million. So that's not a fact. It was not believable. It's never been confirmed. He never even said the name of this quote unquote hedge fund. That's how unbelievable it is. And hedge funds don't throw up money away because, quote, the name hedge fund. I don't know if you know what the name hedge fund means, but they buy stocks on one end and they're hedging or selling puts on the other end to lose money. That's hence the word hedge, not throw away money. There's no way they're throwing away that kind of money. They don't throw away $50 million. Nobody in their right mind would do that kind of nonsense. So, and then anything that happened previous to the negotiation, he negated that when he sat down at that table and decided to jump up and run off. And if he would have just got up and left and said the money is right, that's one thing. But the manner in which that dude did it, ain't nobody had no respect for that. Jump off, be talking about the promoter, that they fucking him. First he said he's signing everything. Then he did the hostage video saying that they were trying to fuck him and he knew he was going to get fucked and they was hiding the books. They weren't going to show him everything in the books. Like, come on, man. Like, there ain't no way that was happening. It's a lot of capping going on and nobody feels sorry for Bud because, like, again, if he wanted that fight, he should have sat at that table and they would have figured it out. The problem was that Bud said he wanted to fight by the end of the year. He's the one that put the arbitrary date at the end of the year. Nobody else had a date that sat at that table except for Bud. And he was standing on that saying, I needed to have a fight by the end of the year because I said I wanted to have a fight at the end of the year. That wasn't no crap EJ said. That's some nonsense Bud came up with. And then it only took that long because they were negotiating that long. Because if he would just accepted everything and fought, they could have been fighting from the summer. So that's part of negotiations. It drug out for whatever reason. You can blame either side, but he's the one that put the arbitrary date. So don't be trying to flip that around with this nonsense about something about that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm on mute.
Go ahead, Ben. It's on you, bro. Go ahead, Ben, and then we're gonna come back to Jimmy. And real quick, Ben, if you allow me to get my smoke off, Jimmy, I got smoke for you. Send me put your cash app in the goddamn chat. I'll send you the money. You feel me? I got 50 on it on what we just talked about. I got 50 on it, right? And so I'll send you the money, and then we'll, it is, if you don't want to, I understand, but I would definitely, I'm all about the bet. And when I bet an individual, I want to make sure I send them the money so nobody is questioning me on who I am as far as the smoke goes. Shout out to my brother DJ Black Charm.
What to do?
What up, bro? Shout
Oh
out to
man,
you.
I had to jump on this topic. I know you had somebody coming up next, but I wanna say something about this
No.
topic.
We coming. We about to come to you real quick, Jimmy. If you want the bet, man, I put your cash app in there. I'll send you the money, and we'll bet. And the reason I say it because I don't want people to send me it. I want to make sure I'm sending the money because I got faith in you, Jimmy. And I think if we bet anything, I think you'll show love back. You feel me? And so if you want to make the bet happen, I got all love for you. But I'm definitely trying to take that bet, Jimmy. It's on you. We going to after you, Jimmy. We going to my brother, goddamn King. I said King Smoke, Ben Israel, and then we going to DJ Black Charm, coming back around to Pittsburgh T. It's on you, Jimmy. Respectfully.
Okay, bro. Nah, bro, don't worry about it. You don't have to send me the money in advance. I trust you, bro. We've been around each other for a couple of years now, so it's so love is so fast, bro. So you know
it's love, Jimmy. You know it's all love between us. It's all love.
Yeah, bro. My thing is this though, bro. I feel like as far as look from what I've seen publicly, like again, I'm not in the negotiating room, but apparently they hit a road.
Hold on. Before you start cooking, I know you're gonna cook. Are we betting or no? Are we betting or no, now, Jimmy?
100%, yeah, 100% we're betting, bro.
So what's the bet? I want you. What's the bet? I want to hear the bet. From you, respectfully. I want to hear the bet from you. What we betting on?
So within that Errol Spence will get into another car accident within the next 12 months.
There we go. I thought that was good. I just want to make sure of it. And hey, I got 50 on it with you, Jimmy. And win, lose, or draw. I got into what next? I got to next February or to next January, right? I got to next January.
What's the date today?
Yeah, I think it's January. Is it January 18th? Well, yeah, it's January 18th.
It's 17th.
Well, I'm in Georgia, so I'm Eastern. I'm on the East Coast, so it's nigga, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. I need to kick y'all motherfuckers off because I gotta work in the morning. My son gotta go to school in the morning, and I'm still rocking with y'all motherfuckers because I love this. I love talking this shit respectfully. But Jimmy, what we'll do, man, we'll just put it like here. If this fight or not this fight. If Errol Spence don't get in a car accident.
Yeah.
In the next 12 months. So if he get in a car accident anytime between that, I owe you how much I owe you? 50, 100. I ain't putting more than 100 on it. I'll put 50 is where I want to go.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
Friendly little bet.
Yeah. Friendly bet. So if Errol get in a car accident in the next 12 months, I owe you 50. If he don't, you owe me 50. It's on the live, man. Jimmy, damn. Matter of fact, I think it's on Ben. Go ahead, Ben.
Let me amend y'all bet. If Earl ain't driving, is it still his fault if the car is in an accident?
No, hell no. It's still his fault. If Earl get in a car accident, regardless of who driving, I owe Jimmy. No, this is me now. I owe Jimmy.
I got you. You showing us some love on that bet. That's why I put that nuance out now.
Yeah, no, but that's man. I got faith in. I got faith in EJ. I got hella faith in EJ. I ain't gonna hold.
I dig it.
I know how my brother Jimmy rock. I know how my brother Jimmy rock. And so no, if I don't care if Earl driving. Man, this nigga can be goddamn on a bus and some type of way the bus get clipped a little bit. And now hell no.
I was about to ask you, bro. Do motorcycles count?
Yeah. Bro, Jimmy, I'm telling you, everything count. If EJ come across a situation that he done been in an accident, I owe you money, bro. I owe you money. It is what it is.
Errol, I know you be hearing these shits. You better not get in no accident, little bro. I know you be listening to these.
And when if he does do that, I got all type of smoke for EJ now. No.
Motherfucker, you made me lose money.
No. So we my bad, man. We gonna go to Jimmy. Matter of fact, I apologize, Jimmy. I got to get my brother Black Charm in. Then we going to Jimmy. Then we going to my brother Smoke or Israel. Then we coming back to Pittsburgh T. It's on you, Black Charm, man. Salute to you. Right. Appreciate you coming through tonight, man. Much love to you, brother.
Salute to y'all. What I was hearing the topic of the outside the ring stuff, outside the ring behavior, and you know, I don't put too much on it on you know what I'm saying, on a man you know what I'm saying, on his life outside of the ring, because we all ain't none of us saints, you know what I'm saying, outside of our workplace. You know, all of us do somewhere, we smoke weed, drink liquor, party too hard, you know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying, do stuff outside of our workplace. So, you know, like that shouldn't reflect on our workplace if we come into work and we handling our business. You know what I'm saying? They could say, I seen Dub at the bar last night. He had a whole bottle of Hennessy in the VIP by the damn, so I wouldn't let nobody get no sip. But the next day he come to work and he performing to the T, I could care less about that. Now, I feel what the brother was saying as far as the accidents. If Dub right side drinking a bottle of Hennessy, won't let nobody get a sip, then he hop in his car every time he leave from the bar, potentially having a chance to not be able to make it to work the next day, then you know what I'm saying, then we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? We got to fix that problem, especially if that's a good worker. You know, if that's a good employee or a good employer, you know what I'm saying? You would want to.
Hey, real quick, Black Charm, I ain't gonna hold you. My goddamn, I just moved to a new team. My goddamn manager told me, he was like, "Hey, we went in fault for y'all. Y'all doing more work than y'all supposed to be doing. We got to move y'all up as far as your title and ranking go." So I'm looking forward to March, because that's when I will see where I've been moved up to. And I just joined this team, respectfully. But go ahead.
And then by that, you're gonna have some people who didn't get a chance to join the team and be talking about, but Doug right side he drives so fast when he leave from work, he clock out early, or they got so much stuff to say outside of the.
Guess what they gonna tell me, bro? Guess what they gonna tell me? This is a true story. They can be like, nah, and this is a true story. So I at the current company I'm at, I got 11 years there, right? Everybody I work with, they got 25 plus years.
God, no, so, they got seniority.
Yeah. No, they in the good money. They in the good money. And so in the previous assignment I was at, right, I've been at the bottom for the longest, simply because I got 11 and the next closest person got 25. And so
they're gonna keep you at the bottom because of seniority.
But and this is the crazy thing. I always get I get the biggest raise, but my raise don't even get me close to what they get. You feel me? As far as percentage go. So now my manager, he actually can't. He reached out to me. He reached out. He was like, "Hey, we've been working for y'all, man. You in a different bracket now. Y'all, you got a whole different job." Now I just started working for the brother, right? I just started working for him, and I asked him, I was like, man, how does that affect me? Because I don't even know, because of me moving, I moved in July. I was like, shit, because of me moving, I ain't got no raise yet for me moving, even though I'm doing more now. I ain't got no raise. He was like, well, shit, your shit probably gonna be crazy. I'm gonna send you the pedigree or what you're in between, right? You know what I'm saying? What you're in between. What's the low point and the high point of what your pay grade or your pay raise will be? He sent me that shit. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm three figure. I'm easily three figure. I'm above three figures, nigga. I wasn't even three figures at where I was at before, nigga. I wasn't even there. And now all of a sudden, I done been moved up to a decent. I'm gonna say a decent 3-figure pay. Nah, you goddamn right. Thank you. I need it. I need all of it, and I need to do a little more now, respectfully. But go ahead, Black Charm. My apologies. That's just what's going on.
It's all good. And then so I got 3 points. I got 3 points. I'm gonna be quiet on the last point for as far as the outside the ring behavior. Everything that So this is why I say Errol Spence, listen to this stuff, because all that behavior, how he dances in the club with his partners and all that old stuff, you hadn't seen none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He tried to clean himself up because you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure the young man, he getting older and he's starting to, you know what I'm saying, understand that all the eyes on him. He ain't just a regular person no more. He actually a champion now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why folks say when he was at the club with this rapper or that star, and now most of the time you see him out and about, he with either his girl or his children. You know what I'm saying? And people still got stuff to say about that. Why his old lady feeding him strawberries and going on? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, so dude can't win for losing outside the ring because you're a star. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a star now, all eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a blogger, somebody going to recognize your face. Now, let's go to talking about that. I'm getting to my business point. On the business point, when you look at the situation that Terrence Crawford not ever being able to be in a position to negotiate what he wanted, you know what I'm saying? But always was told by Bob Arum and the other people at MTK Global, what it is. You know what I'm saying? They are giving him a guarantee and this, that, and the third. So he never understood the other type of money to be made. And you will see when Al Heyman says don't put a cap on yourself, and he was really talking about like not selling the fight. At $50 million, you selling that fight to somebody who got $50 million. It's a bunch of billionaires in the world, so it's a lot of motherfuckers got $50 million to give away that necessarily they got $50 million to make you fight in their backyard. They rich like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that ain't a good look for Terrence Crawford. We just seen what happened with BLK Prime that looked like it was in somebody's backyard. Wasn't no production on it done for real. It was just like some rich people playing around. And so, and think about like concession. A beer at a boxing match, at a boxing match costs like $15. A hot dog costs like $10, almost $10, $8. You know what I'm saying? So them making money off everything that's sold, all the concession, all the replay, and everything, he was gonna make. They was gonna make a lot of money throughout their life. You know what I'm saying? Not just that one time. And then we get into the ring. My last point, I'm gonna be quiet until somebody else want to talk after this. When we get to my point about with the fighting part, Keith Thurman nor Errol Spence aren't complaining about what kind of money they getting, and it's not for a title shot. Plus, it's at another weight class. They only doing it for bragging rights, for the legacy to say 20 years from now that they fought each other and this was the outcome. Whether somebody get knocked out and go the distance, they blame it on the ref. You know what I'm saying? But they get the match on. Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, you know, he just got to find an opponent, but he got to get himself in a better situation than a BLK Prime playing with the rest of his career. That's it.
Oh, my bad.
That was it. My bad. That was it.
First things first, I'm about to pass the mic. I gotta disagree with you, and you know, man, DJ, you know what it is. I got much love for you. I gotta disagree.
Go ahead and debunk what I was just saying. I want to hear. I'm down.
It's no debunking. I can't debunk anything you said, but I just disagree. At the end of the day, I still think, and people want to say it's okay for EJ to fight at 54. I don't think it's okay for EJ to fight at 54. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with it.
So at 47 is going. It got to be for the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's a shot at the belt at 47.
Then why? That's what he should be fighting for, the belt.
A shot at.
Even if it's Keith Thurman, and I'm not a Keith Thurman fan, and I understand EJ saying that he wasn't gonna fight Keith. I understand all of that. No, I still think that if Bud and the fight I want to see is Bud versus EJ. That's the fight that this is me being biased. Me just being honest on what I want to see.
So where you put Keith at? Where you put Keith at in this stuff,
though? I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
First things first, though. I don't have a problem with the Keith Thurman fight. I don't have a problem with it. I just think that it should be for the belts at 47.
47. I got you. I said that too.
That.
I said that too. I was saying that too. Like, why the fuck he doing some shit like that? But then I said, oh, these niggas just want to fight each other. That's what that is. Because a nigga, I was been complaining about me having my belts back. Them my belts, Errol. That's what I've been telling Errol. If I was he, those are my belts.
All right. This is what the question has to end up being. This is what the question ends up being. If this is the case, that means that one of the two individuals need to fight at 54 for the rest of their career. They should not go back down to 47. And I believe both of them, if having the opportunity, will go back down to 47. I think so too. I think, and so I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. And that's just how I look at it, because
I feel you because it'll mess up the rankings right quick. I feel you. I said the same shit.
Stop the nonsense.
Yeah, I'm on the same page now. That's where we agree at, that this shit finna be a clusterfuck. But them two niggas want to fight because they ain't making no type of public gripe about it.
Nigga, if y'all want to fight, then y'all can fight at 47. Keep he can get his payday and the belts can be on the line. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with EJ, and it's not even so much Keith Thurman. I know Keith Thurman is looking for a payday. I know that.
Right. So he don't care what way this at. Right.
Fuck Keith Thurman. Respectfully.
I got you.
Fuck him. The reason I say it is because I don't give a damn about him. I want to see Bud and EJ. That's the fight I want to see. And I want to see it at 47 for all the titles on the line. And if you're going up to fight somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And I'm critical of Bud for fighting Avanesian. I'm critical of him. David,
but he did it at 47 though.
He did it at motherfucking 47. And I gotta I gotta say the same thing, and I gotta keep the same energy, because that's the individual that I am. And so I'm not a fan of EJ fighting anybody at 54 until he fights Bud at 47. I'm not a fan of none of them fights. None of them. I don't care who you tell me. If it's not Bud and EJ in the ring, and I've been very consistent about this, you can ask any of my niggas on the panel. Me and Ben Israel done talked about it. I don't know if me and Pittsburgh done talked about it, but I know me and Jimmy done talked about this.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that they will agree that I do not. No, fuck no. I don't agree with that, bro. I do not agree with it. And
I got one thing.
Hold on. Last point. I'm one of the. We got to hold Errol Spence accountable for finding an individual at 54 that's not
No.
They're not a title fight.
No right
hold
side.
on. Let me finish. They will tell me he's a mandatory. They will tell me he's a mandatory. That's a fact. And then they'll say that, well, the WBC said he can fight it. Nah, I don't give a damn about that. I know Mauricio Suleiman the same way Ben Israel would tell me that Mauricio Suleiman done been capping for a long time, and he been causing confusion for a long time. He doing the same thing now. I do not agree with it, and I'm standing on that. I say that to say this. I'm passing the mic. We going to my brother Ben Israel. Then we coming back to my brother Jimmy. Then we going to my brother Pittsburgh. Then we coming back to you, goddamn DJ. So Ben Israel, go ahead and cook me, bro. Go ahead and cook me.
You know, it's hard for me to say that you'll blame EJ for.
I'm not blaming EJ. I'm not blaming EJ.
It's almost like blackball.
How did I blame EJ though? I didn't blame EJ. I just said I don't agree with that fight.
It's almost like blackball, being blackball, my G. And I'm gonna make it real simple. You know, we arguing about who to blame with Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman, whether it be at 47 or 54. That's the factor that we arguing that factor. To fight everybody, EJ unified at 147, why he's not doing Bud bucked him. Another factor. Bud bucked him. Now we on this motherfucking Keith Thurman bullshit. Suleiman, here go another factor. Threaten to strip this man right side. Let's keep this in mind now. Regardless if it's at 47, It could be at fucking 40. The man is threatening to strip you. So the questions y'all should be asking yourself, well, damn, Suleiman, if you're gonna threaten to strip them and they fighting at 54, what type of shit you got going on? Make that shit make sense. But yet and still, y'all say, well, I'm gonna blame Bud. Or I'm gonna say Bud first. Y'all to blame Bud. Or definitely EJ. Cause this what you said, right side. You gonna blame EJ. I'm blaming Spence.
No, I didn't
Because
say
he
that.
fighting him at 54.
That's
He
not what I
fight-
said.
this-
That's
this-
not what I said.
I'm blaming him because he fight him at 54.
No,
Keep
that's
in
not
mind,
what I said.
The deciding factor, I'm gonna script you. So if he don't fight him, let's keep this in mind. Let's just say EJ stand on the square.
Hold on, real quick, Ben.
If
And
EJ,
I want you to cook, Ben. But you can't. You putting words in my. I didn't say that I'm blaming any. I didn't say I'm blaming EJ. No, I said I disagree. I said I disagree with EJ. I didn't say I'm blaming any. I never
so you
put
disagree.
blame.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
said
use that word. Since
Go
you
ahead,
want to
brother.
use
Go ahead.
that word, disagree with EJ, I'm gonna line it up. Since you have a disagreement with EJ because Suleiman said he gonna script him, but there go another deciding factor that y'all allow him to get through. Instead of blaming the person causing all the confusion, you gonna blame the motherfucker being accused of all the con. I mean, damn.
I blame Bud too, though. I blame Bud too.
There's three deciding factors. Bud started the shit. It started from, I'm talking about, he got up and left. Pittsburgh told you. I'm staying on it. Black Charm know this shit too. Black Shalom Art, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me for not even greeting my brother. You know what I'm saying? I know DJ Black in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Shalom, Aki. Shalom,
You know what
Aki.
I'm saying? But it,
Yeah.
you know, when we say these things though, right side, and we talk about who's to blame, like I just said, I gave you deciding factors. Bud got up. Everybody agreed on. That's what Pittsburgh came and told y'all. The man got up, damn. I fuck with Bud, but the man got up from the table. The man got up. You can't force a man to fight. That's one deciding fact. Now Suleiman talking this scripting you. So if he stand on the square, right, so I'm gonna get back to that. If EJ stand on the square, fuck fighting Thurman. Cause this was some of this other dude mentioned. You know, the other dude, oh, he said he wasn't gonna fight him, you know. But then now he forced. Okay, let's say he stand on the square and don't fight him. Stand on what he said to believe. Suleiman script him, he fight Bud. Would it be for undisputed? All the marbles gonna be on the line? Of course not. Because the fucking WBC belt is not a, you know, come on, man. It's like, what are we doing, Suleiman? I know Suleiman with the bullshit. But this some more bullshit now. But if I was EJ, I'd be saying to myself, damn, if somebody don't want to see me shine for greatness. And he told y'all when he was fighting with the Frank Martin fight, they asked, oh, what did I spin the block? Man, I got big options. I ain't worrying about Bud right now. And I would not, if I was EJ, I would not tie my name to Bud. I would not even mention his name. I'm gonna let him die in that vomit right now. Y'all talk about Bud is on boss. Dude went to talking, oh, Bud is on boss. He got $50 million. Okay, boss man. Boss up. Now it's time to boss up. I'm finna see where you land at right now. What feet? You got 10 toes, you your boss. I'm finna see how you land. And then to sit there and make a bet, right side, with a dude, you gonna bet $50 to a dude. This how people look at life. And it's no bad thing. I want you to really look at what you just did. You betting a troll, and I ain't calling no shout out to Jimmy. Never cammed up. You betting a stranger. I bet you $100 right side. You never seen Jimmy. I know Jimmy. Jimmy never cammed up.
You don't know me, man. No, I don't know you, bro.
$100
I don't
right
know
side. Only for you, right side.
Ben, I ain't never seen you.
Only for you, right side.
I ain't never seen you,
right side.
I don't know you, man.
You ain't never seen Ben Dress with the gold?
I don't know you.
No,
I'm betting him
I know
$100. This is what I'm telling y'all.
Door,
Y'all be sitting up betting
I know you're threatening Taco
betting
Door,
these
though.
people, and y'all betting against an athlete. I'm just saying it, not to throw no shade at you, right side, not to throw none at Jimmy, but listen,
No, I don't think
Jimmy
I don't give a damn
being
what you
Jimmy,
Let
right side.
him cook,
Listen,
Jimmy. Let him cook, Jimmy.
Let me cook. Jimmy being Jimmy. For one, Jimmy don't look like you, right side. He don't look like me. I'm shades, my melatonin a little darker than yours, but you still my brother. Jimmy have one of those old media concept about black fighters, Al Heyman. He ain't gonna come out and say it. But if all us was at agreements, fuck, I know how you talk. I'm finna just get it out respectfully.
Bro, why do you hate on Bud so much?
Hold on, Jimmy. You about to cook, bro. You about to cook. Let Ben get it off.
I'm gonna let it.
Hold on, Ben. Hold on. Let Ben get it off, and then we come to you, Jimmy. Let him get it off. All right.
Right side, because you bet him.
No, I did.
I know, but I'm telling you how fucked up that was. I'm just sitting there listening because you passed the mic for me twice, and I'm glad you came back because I was finna intercept. I was like, damn, I'm gonna just sit here and be respectful because you said don't do that shit on me.
And I appreciate that.
And I'm telling you how you wrong. Jimmy being Jimmy, old media concept, betting against a black man that's successful to fuck up. An accident right side. How can you bet against a man walking down the street and might trip and fall? That shit started to happen, bro. I get in the elevator, this shit might not be level when I trip in that bitch. You owe him money, you gonna bet against a dude, an athlete just going against just shit, period. I'm listening at this down. This man betting, man, if the man get in any type of accident, nigga fall off a horse, I owe you, Jimmy.
I'm pretty sure we're talking car accident. I thought we were talking. I could be wrong. I thought we were talking car accident.
It's a car accident.
Okay.
This is why, and I don't need to call you DJ in on this. Forgive me, DJ, for using you as an example. Because DJ said I want to be clear on this, and I was saying this is what I was listening, and I told you when I be dealing with people on these platforms, right, son. I thank you for allowing me to be up here with you. Just share my energy. But I think it was wrong for even betting this dude against an athlete who done went through enough adversity in life. We should, instead of betting against him failing,
I didn't ask him to get drunk.
Instead of betting,
let him get it off, Jimmy.
Jimmy gonna be Jimmy. He want to be him a drunk. He wanted to kiss Yella Beezy. All the naysayers that Al Heyman failing is Jimmy. You got to expect Jimmy. I don't get mad at Jimmy for that, but I respect you for putting a muzzle on that motherfucker to let me express myself. Because if you down with the buffoonery, he gonna sway you to that shit. These the same people will go over there and tell, if you wasn't listening to Jimmy, he'll come over right now and tell you, I'm on H Money talking about you. Jimmy, that type of person, do this shit on YouTube.
Listen, man, when you talking shit about Lady
Wait a minute. We're not gonna do that to each other, man. We're not gonna do that over here. And Ben, I got love for you, and I know you and Jimmy got history. I understand that. We just not, but at the same time, man, I'm the individual who, man, I want everybody. If you over here, bro, you got a fresh palate, and man, I want y'all to get y'all's off. You feel me? I don't want to disrespect neither. Jimmy, I'm not gonna disrespect him. Ben, you know I'm not gonna disrespect you. And so at the end of the day, man, all I'm saying is goddamn it, get it off. If Jimmy come over here trolling, if y'all feel that way, I don't have a problem with that. I fuck with Jimmy, bro. Like I fuck with Jimmy. I done been on panels with Jimmy. Me and Jimmy done had it out. Jimmy done cussed my ass out. I done cussed his ass out. Ben, I done cussed you out. You done cussed me out. You feel me? Like it is what it is. And so I got love for Jimmy, and the same way I got love for you, Ben. So all I'm saying is we're not gonna disrespect individuals. You know what I'm saying? We can talk the sport as much as y'all want to, but I don't think this is the place. If you want to disrespect individuals, hey man, it shows for it. I told you, it ain't no free smoke over here. It ain't no free smoke. And so the same way, I'm not gonna let my brother Pittsburgh T disrespect y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect him. Same thing with DJ Black Charm. Same thing with Ben Israel. Same thing with Jimmy. Man, we're not gonna disrespect each other on my panel. Respectfully.
I respect that, bro. Like we have to have some class, or else then it's just chaos, right?
Come back, Ben. Hold on, Ben. Real quick, Jimmy. I apologize. No, Ben, you ain't gotta leave, bro. I want you here, bro. Like you Ben Israel is the family, bro. He is the family. I done defended Ben on some shit I probably shouldn't have defended his ass on. Yeah. But that's my brother, and I got love for him. And he always brings a great perspective. Ben, come back, bro. Don't run from the smoke, brother. Don't run from the smoke. And the reason I say the reason I say that is because earlier tonight we seen an individual jump off the panel, and I told his ass, "Don't run from the smoke." So I gotta say this. I gotta keep the same energy. Ben, don't run from the smoke. It seemed like Jimmy he got things to respond to what you want to talk about. Don't run from the smoke, Ben. Come back, bro. Come back, respectfully, of course. Bro, go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I respect that, bro. Like, we have to keep it classy. There's a time and place to, free smoke, but the way you've got it more of a professional setup, and I think that's a smart thing to do, bro. Because at the end of the day, we all came here to talk boxing. I know it's fun to have trolling and all that, but yeah, bro, I just want to talk boxing. And with Ben, I never attacked him personally first. The accusations he was making on me, bro, I never it is what it is. My thing, this is the first time.
At the end of the day, Jimmy, we're not gonna let anybody attack you or anybody else on the panel. We're not gonna do that over here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it a book. Now, if individuals have personal vendettas and they agree to certain things, that's one thing. But we're not gonna just go at individual. I hadn't seen you come at anybody tonight, Jimmy, and I'm not gonna let nobody come at you. Same thing with my brother Pittsburgh. Same thing with my brother DJ. No, we're not gonna do it that way. You feel me? And so, if there's a unwritten understanding, which we've seen this multiple times, we've seen an unwritten understanding where, oh no, we've seen it. I probably haven't been a part of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's called the handshake.
Yeah. We've seen it, but that ain't what we're doing right now. Jimmy, go ahead. Then we come into my brother Pittsburgh. Then we go into my brother DJ Black Charm, man. Respectfully to all of y'all.
See, my thing is this though. Like, at the end of the day, the gentleman Pittsburgh was saying about the investor, right? How Al Heyman, why didn't they can pay me? From what I saw, right, they were clashing over the money. There wasn't enough money in the pot. Something Tim Smith, a PBC executive, even admitted before they started negotiating. Tim Smith said there wasn't a lot of money for that fight. So what Bud Crawford did, in my opinion, went out looking for an investor that was willing to put up the kind of money that Al Heyman wasn't willing to put up. And he even told Spence, look, if the fight breaks even, then we'll do an 80-20 split with the investor. We'll get 80%, they'll keep 20%. The same way any basic promotional logistic works, right? Just because Showtime's putting on the event doesn't mean Showtime's doing it for free. Showtime also gets a percentage of the event, right? So,
well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question, Jimmy, in a minute, right here on this point.
Go ahead.
Please, let me ask you a question. The question is, now at 50, the way that it was presented. It didn't sound like it was presented as selling the fight at 50 million.
No, he said that. No. This is what I was.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, not y'all selling the fight.
No. The live is still up there, brother. You can go watch it again. When Bud said, Errol asked me about the back end. And I said, what do you mean by the back end? If they get the money back, we'll do 80-20. So they'll take 20% once the fight breaks even. But that's the way
that's on the Al Heyman side, PBC side, right? And on Bud Crawford side, he had a $50 million bag for him.
No. He said that he's got a $50 million bag, and the investor says if they break even on the event, then they'll get some back end as well. So,
okay. I get what you're saying. So they sell the fight for 50 million plus whatever. Plus they get a little percentage of whatever was made on the other side.
Yeah, that's just the way.
They get the larger percentage of what's made on the other side.
Yeah, brother. And also the point I was to make. That was it. So when they were clashing over the money, what did Bud do? He went outside looking for a third-party investor that could maybe help, sort out the situation, because PBC didn't have the money and they were just. I mean, I know people say Bud walked away.
Well, why didn't he just sell himself to them and allow them to negotiate as the power of attorney of Bud Crawford next fight? You know what I'm saying? Like
this is the problem. This is which he did do that would be okay, right? That's why he got 10 million to fight, whatever. But look, this is my point, though. Just to get back to my point before, and I'll answer your questions, but I just want to make a few statements to address points that were made earlier on, right?
All right.
So yeah, I think that's the investor thing. With Al Heyman, look, he called up Al Heyman and said he didn't say to Al Heyman, look, you have to sign this. He said, look, I've got someone willing to meet us. Let's meet up and discuss. He didn't tell Al Heyman, you wear a blindfold and then you sign whatever I show you. He said, let's meet up. Look, Al Heyman's a very intelligent man. Maybe Al Heyman could have hustled $70 million off of these guys. We don't know, because Al Heyman never called Crawford's bluff. his exact words were he cut Bud Crawford off and said, "Look, no one's touching."
I feel you on that, Jimmy, but you got a Floyd Mayweather right there with you. Why would y'all be like kind of shitting on Floyd Mayweather being a billionaire? Like, oh, y'all just gonna sell this fight to another motherfucker for 50 and I got 100 I could have gave y'all? Like, come on, man. That'll be too nasty. That'll be too nasty on everybody that in Al Heyman's neck.
Bro, Floyd Mayweather came out and said the fight's not happening. So
right, he did. I'm just saying, think about it, Jimmy. Just think about all the people in Al Heyman's network, and then Bud Crawford come with $50 million from whoever that's not in his network. Man, that's, you know how many? You know, Oscar De La Hoya got $50 million for that fight. That would have been fucked up on everybody that Al Heyman know, the whole network.
Well, Al Heyman should have put up the bread, man. Al Heyman should have put up the bread and kept it in house. You should have put up the bread and kept it in house, then, innit? You can't have it both ways.
Hold on, real quick, Jim.
He said he should have kept the bread and kept it in house. That would have been a badass negotiation if he could have did that. Go ahead, my bad.
No. I didn't hear exactly what he said.
He said Al Heyman should have took the bread and kept it in house. I don't like that. Would have been a badass negotiation if he could have pulled that one off. But you take that money, them niggas gonna want control. Shit, if I had $50 million, if I put $50 million together for Bud, I don't give a damn where I put the $50 million at. I put it together for Bud, and then Bud say, "Shit, I'm down with that Black China," and I'm like, "Well, shit, tell your boy EJ let go." And then he was like, "Shit, I ain't gonna tell you that Black China the one got the $50 million." But my whole intention is, I want this fight. I want to be owner over this whole fight from the goddamn rooter to the tutor, from the door to the floor.
That's why you come to the meeting, right? So the way they could have worked out is if the event breaks even, they get the rights of the fight and whatever back end, or maybe ask 70 million. This is the problem, bro. All these fantasy scenarios that we're thinking of never happened because Al Heyman didn't care. Al Heyman didn't care about the event.
He didn't give a fuck about that shit. Now what we talking about?
Wait a minute. So now, Jimmy, I gotta ask. Well, first off, real quick, Pittsburgh T, you there? You there, bro?
Yeah. I'm listening to y'all. Let me. Yeah, I'm listening to y'all. Go ahead. Let me respond when you get finished. You finished, Jimmy?
No, almost, bro.
Go ahead. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Real quick, because I want to jump in as well. I want you to finish, Jimmy.
Okay, well, let me.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to finish, Jimmy. When my brother Pittsburgh to finish, I'm gonna jump in, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. It's about damn 6 o'clock in the morning over here. I gotta go to work. Look, bro, I gotta go to work tonight, or not even tonight. I gotta go to work this morning. I gotta take my son to school. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, I'm doing my thing right now, but goddamn, y'all work with me now. So, Jimmy, go ahead, cook. We coming to Pittsburgh, T. Then I don't know if I'm gonna finish up or not, man. We gotta see what happens.
Yeah, salute, bro. You're a soldier, bro, for staying on this long.
I always try to, man. And I blame Reggie. Even though I got a lot of love for Reggie. That's my brother, and I appreciate Reggie. If y'all not fucking with Reggie, man, you gotta fuck with him because he talked a lot of real shit, man. But go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead. My bad.
Look, so my original point was going to be this, bro. You know what? It's his fault. It doesn't matter. Whether it's EJ's fault, Bud's fault, poor communications, it doesn't matter. The point was they weren't going to fight last year, so they were free to fight this year, right? When Earl said on the spin the block, he should have done that. He should have spun the block. The WBC mandatory only was relevant if a unification did not override it, right? If Errol Spence came straight into negotiations with Bud again, they could have avoided the Keith Thurman fight and fought in April, the April that's coming up. That doesn't have to be Keith Thurman. That could have been Bud Crawford. They had still had over a month to negotiate. I'm assuming they've agreed on most things. So I feel like they could have saved this fight in April, bro, if they really wanted to. Because the Keith Thurman WBC mandatory only comes into effect if Bud's unification doesn't override it, right? So they could have saved the unification, I think, EJ. And I'm not saying EJ is definitely. I think Al Heyman doesn't want the fight. The same way Al Heyman didn't want Joshua Wilder, the same way he didn't want Andrade Charlo, the same way he didn't want Lomachenko Tank. Unless it's in-house, Al Heyman doesn't like, putting his fighters on the chopping block. In my opinion, he did it once with Wilder, but I feel like with the Fury situation, he kind of saw Fury as a guy who'd been off for a long time. He was inactive, he'd ballooned up in weight, drug, health problems, so he was kind of willing to roll the dice there against a non-puncher as well. Without him, I don't think. Because let's be honest, say if Bud goes in there, knocks out Errol Spence, then what's PBC got? They've already lost Wilder. Errol Spence has been knocked out. Charlo is damn near irrelevant. Big Charlo. And Tank is, I mean, he's in and out of prison and court dates. So I feel like without him, I feel like the reason when the Thurman Spence fight got made because he gave them everything they wanted. And with the Bud and EJ fight, that was a situation where he didn't feel comfortable with gambling one of his, ticket sellers or whatever. Look, the fight could have been saved. This is my problem. I don't care whose fault it was. The fight can still happen this year. Both guys put their egos to a side, come to a table, and they can unify. It's still all there. It's not too late.
That's
They can put that shit together right now, in the midst of the Keith Thurman, huh?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility, and I'm the individual who, anytime y'all hear me, you goddamn right. I want to see Bud and EJ in the motherfucking ring, bro. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I rock, and that's the fight I want to see. But Pittsburgh T, man, we coming to you. Black Tom, we coming to you right after, and then man, we gonna close the show out, man. Go ahead, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but first off, with this magical $50 million,
like take your time, man. You ain't no rush.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, this magical $50 million, even if, like, for some kind of crazy reason that Al Heyman decided to sit at the table and have this negotiation and cap it off at these $50 million, there's two problems with that. One, even if is it $50 million for the production, or we talking about $50 million for the fighters? That's two completely different things. It's not the same thing. And if it's $50 million for the fighters, boy, it's still at a disadvantage because it's still not a 50-50 split. He's not the draw in that situation. And again, just because a fighter says that, why didn't that same hedge fund that was backing him up with these $50 million, why didn't they back him up with this David Affination fight? Why did he go to BLK Prime? This same hedge fund that he's yet to state to date who these folks are. That is a huge red flag. That's just Bud blowing smoke. Don't nobody believe that nonsense. And clearly they didn't believe that because trust and believe, all them people know each other. Like the brother was saying, like he knows Floyd, he knows Oscar. All those people know each other. So that nonsense that he was saying, it's just nonsense. It's nothing more and nothing less. And as far as the percentages and whatever Bud was being offered, they were actively negotiating. It was at no point did PBC send him a last and final offer. If they sent him a last and final offer, then you could say, hey, look, this is what they sent me, take it or leave it. If they didn't send you a take it or leave it offer, you're negotiating. You send some stuff over you don't like, y'all send some stuff over that you don't like. It's been reported, multiple sources, that Bud stopped talking to them, not the other way around. Stephen F. Formosa said that. Al Heyman, his crew said that. So it's not just one side saying that Bud just didn't say anything. So this whole thing that EJ didn't say anything and he went on vacation, that's patently false. That's not true. That's just some stuff that the November stuff, that's all patently false stuff. The negotiations are, it's just nonsense. When they're negotiating, go ahead.
I want to ask you, Pittsburgh. So just getting down to the meat, bone, gristle of the situation. If you had to put the blame on somebody, who you put the blame on?
It's Bud. It has to be Bud. If they're negotiating until, like, if me and you negotiated, right? And we negotiate, let's say we start negotiating today. Now we think we finna get finished this next week, and we don't. We keep going back and forth for whatever reason. Our schedules don't link up. You know, I want some things, you want some things. This shit go on for three months instead of a day. You know, and I just up and leave. I don't tell you nothing. I don't say, hey, this is my last offer. None of that shit. I just leave. Who can you put the blame on but me? If I would have came to you and say, hey, look, man, this is my last offer. Take it or leave it. But I don't even give you the courtesy of saying, hey, this is my last offer. I don't give you the courtesy of saying, hey, I'm over here negotiating with this dude too. I don't tell you none of that. That's not even, you're not even having nothing real going on here, man. And you dragging your feet about it. So like, until somebody says it's the last and final offer, you're actively negotiating. When you're actively negotiating, this is how my mind works. If you're actively negotiating stuff, that means you're asking for stuff and the other person asks for stuff. Obviously, somebody have to have leverage in that negotiation. One side's gonna have leverage and one side ain't. That's just the way negotiations work. And you use whatever you got to get whatever leverage you can get, be it the ring walk, be it money, be it when you come in. being the ring size, whatever the fuck leverage you can get, that's what you're trying to do, right? And all of those things, like, we don't need to see how fucking donuts are made. We just want donuts, man. Nobody cares about how long it took to make the donuts. We just want the fucking donut, man. All that other stuff is ridiculous. Once the dude, and me in my mind, I'm gonna land my plane here. Once that guy got up and he left from the negotiation table without telling them that put it on him, because he didn't say, hey, look, this is my last offer. He at some point did tell them he wanted to fight at the end of the year, but he never said, hey, look, this is my last and final offer, because you got Steve Osten saying I was blindsided. You got Spencer them not knowing what the fuck going on. And you could tell how they moved because they didn't set up a fight right away. If they had an idea that was going on, they would have had a fight already set and a date announced when that contract didn't happen. So they were blindsided. They had to scramble around to see. And as far as setting up another fight with Bud, if the last negotiations took over 6 months, what you think these negotiations gonna take? It just don't make no sense. We right now, Errol hasn't fought in almost a year. So you want him to sit down again for another 5 or 6 months and try to negotiate with you again? And you're gonna come to the table with these pay-per-view numbers that are not good. And if you weren't willing to take that offer that I gave you last time, are you willing to take less money? Because I would imagine nobody would have thought that he was only doing 100 or 200 pay-per-view buys. They would imagine that he would have done more with his David Avenesian thing in his state with a lesser cost of entry was cheaper, the pay-per-view was cheaper, and his pay-per-view buys still wasn't high. It was a $40 pay-per-view. He still couldn't get that up. We ranking his pay-per-view buys against, like he was trying to say, Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao fight, they never had no $40 pay-per-view. But then, like that we try, you make it the false. It's just the leverage just ain't there. I land my plane there.
All right. I know you got to go right side, and I'm gonna say peace on this one too. I agree with Pittsburgh. We got to know what that $50 million was for. Bud fans and Errol Spence fans. Was it for the?
Where was the money from? Goddammit. Who?
Right. Yeah. Was it for the fighters or was it for the production? Because there we're gonna have a problem in Houston. So I'm gonna say peace on that one, Doug. Appreciate you, man.
But at the end of the day, man, shout out to my brother, man. I got much love for both of y'all brothers. Same thing with my brother Ben Israel. Jimmy, appreciate you jumping on. I gotta give love to Jimmy. The reason I always give love to Jimmy come from that UK perspective. And you don't always get niggas who willing to jump on and keep it a bill with you and be very unapologetic about their opinion. Shout out to my brother Jimmy, Pittsburgh T, DJ Black Charm. Goddamn, man. Pittsburgh, man, going to give you and I know you was get anything else you want to say before I end this show tonight, bro.
Hey, it's good to see you back, Dub, man. It's good to see you back in the swing of things. Good to see you back into things. As far as Ben, I think y'all was misunderstanding what Ben was trying to tell y'all. I think that was a misunderstanding based on some things that he had did before. I kind of understood what he was saying. I appreciate your panel, man. Appreciate this topic, man. Hey, have a great night, man. It's good to see you back up here, man. Good to see you back in the grind here, man.
I always know you welcome over here, bro. You got a place to rock, bro. Anytime that we live, man, always feel free. Same thing with my brother DJ Black Charm. Shout out to my brother AJ in the building, man. 80. My brother 80 in the building, man. He dropping the money sign on your respectfully, of course. Not me in the building, man. The great brother Reggie Owens in the building. Damn near, man. Respectfully to Reggie. Reggie started this shit tonight, man. He started this shit. Respectfully to him. Appreciate you, my brother. Goddamn, Jimmy was in the building, man. Cool Boy is in the building. You feel me? Who else we got? Anybody else, man, that we need to call out, man? Man, just think Ben Israel. We got to call Ben Israel's name. One of the great brothers that, man, I got so much love for, so much respect for. A hell of a show, man. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. I appreciate y'all coming through. We will definitely be going live again tomorrow, man. Hey, y'all got to make sure y'all rocking with Knockout. We're gonna be over at Knockout Show. I think it depends. It depends on the preparation I'm able to put together. But we might have a Georgia Bulldogs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the champions. The champion. Shout out to the champions, man. We may have. I'm pretty sure we may have a Dogs live tomorrow. A recruiting live that we will do after Knockout Show, depending on how everything comes together. But, man, just so much love to everybody who showed up tonight, showed up and showed out. And thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Much love. And, man, we'll do it again, man. We definitely going to do it. We definitely going to do it again. And, man, shout out to everybody. If you don't know, when you're over here, you're definitely rocking with the right side. You can never be wrong, right? When you're right. And that's what we are over here, because we the right side. Shout out to everybody, man. Much love to y'all. And man, we gonna end.
You can't fight the power of Gervonta Tank Davis. What a scintillating display. Well, you question Deontay Wilder's power. The proof is in the banana pudding as he just turned the lights out.
Cool boy Steph Stephen Fulton Jr.
The Ennis Express is a runaway train.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is the skilled, the highly regarded Devin Rodriguez.